Nice jump, Alistair.
No Soul underscore Ja A just resubbed for 18 months. So what are the hopes for today's games?
Good games.
Montakis raided with 14 viewers.
I wonder if I could guess month's 14 viewers. Alright, if I'm going to guess some names. Don't say anything, those of you that were raiding. Redless. Plague. Ashwin. Someone like Stanis, Gregory, Bob, Rorts, maybe Snoog. I can't think of anyone else. The regulars. My favourite streams were Professor Month streams. I missed those. I wonder if Ashwin will be here for game 1. I see Jack Nutkin Myers Bleak in a stack. Why aren't they in the Inhooses?
Nice jump, Alistair.
Judged Nave just resubbed for 25 months. Evening.
Why, thank you.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Ninja's Newman 123 just resubbed for 11 months. In-house.
Thank you.
Henry!
Ashwin!
Where is the...
Where is the what? The lobby? Oh,
Is it? Yeah, I don't think I need to work. I have to do it manually.
Oh, we're spoiled by a Lumpo Bumpkus appearance in game 1. Exciting.
Are we? That is exciting. Custom lobbies, browse.
Wait, what is game 2, Grumpy? Don't. If it's all mid, I'm literally done. I don't have the energy. I'm not feeling well. I don't.
Well,
need
if
this.
we do it all mid until like the second tower is
It is,
taken,
isn't it? It is all mid, isn't it? And you know something. The lads just think game 2 is more fun. Game 3 is the best game. What are they talking about? Are people really not turning up for game 1?
What you're saying? People aren't turning up for game 1.
Well, Grumpy said.
There's loads of unassigned players.
Grumpy said the lads don't want to play game 1. Munt says he'll play.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
We've got a very special guest joining us to make up numbers. Lumpo Bumpkus.
Yes.
Yeah, we just mentioned
Yes, I was delighted to see it. Cock, one of the worst Dota players of all time. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. absolutely dreadful Dota player, and apparently a terrible person to go camping with. I haven't heard a positive top story from the camping yet.
The positive ones
I'll say a
funny.
positive story
Go on,
about
then.
him, just for the record. He's like a fairly avid stargazer, so
Is he?
it was quite nice for him to point out things to look at in the night sky.
You sure
I
he
thought
wasn't
that
like when
quite
Homer
enjoyable.
said, "That's Jerry the cowboy," and that one is called
No, mate.
Gary
he showed us.
the
He
cowboy.
showed us in Galaxy.
Oh, wow.
He
He
showed us
did, he
another
did
Galaxy.
help us all spot Andromeda.
What does it look like in the sky?
Just a like a reddish blob.
Hmm.
It's not particularly nice to look at. It's just pretty awesome.
I mean,
Oh, it was actually that was when we first fell in love with our campsite host, because Riley was like, "Do you have any binoculars?" And she brought him a pair of modern binoculars. She also brought him, "These are my grandpa's like 1920s binoculars. If you want to have a go with them." And actually gave it to us for the week just to mess around with. So that was incredibly generous.
is nice.
And
That is
incredibly
nice.
trusting of a bunch of fucking idiots.
yeah. Cock is a top lad, and I always enjoy playing Dota with him. He is in chat, so he is of course
we
stream
did leave
sniping.
quite a heavy tip for the lady.
That's nice.
But number one, I thought it was deserved, just for starters. Number two, when I looked in that box of like, you know, please give whatever you feel like is necessary, I was seeing like 1 and 2 P's in there.
That's shocking.
Like, come on, guys, we can't be putting that in the fucking tip box. That's a fucking disgrace.
That is shocking. But I will never forgive him for all the times I played Dota with him, and he's done something awful, and I've said, "Cock, don't do that." He's like, "Fuck you, shut,
Do you
fuck
know what?
up."
I think all the support players have learned that they just have to pick Snapfire, and they can be good. Luke is on an absolute glow up Dota-wise from just picking Snapfire. Riley's a Snapfire main.
We have failed to
going
connect.
on?
You have saved many a game of me feeding through playing Snapfire with the Blink
Snapfire
Ags
is
trick.
very pog.
It's
All
very,
Snapfire players are suddenly good at the game, and then you stick them on any other hero. It's a fucking disaster.
This was actually someone in the games. I don't think there's anyone else in the lobby apart from Harry.
Samo,
any of the
apparently.
cast channels.
I mean,
Chiva Gaming
could be the
raided
patch,
with
guys. It could be the
124
patch.
Viewers.
Sheebs and Sheebs viewers, get ready for this. This makes the DPC look
Nice
like
jump, Alistair.
infant
Screwbit
school.
just
All right,
resubbed
this
for
is like
65
Dotes
months.
University.
Pursuit. 'Tis the eve to view the house interior.
Thank you. Until you've seen Lumpo
What
Bumpkiss,
university course would this be if it was a course?
a module you feel comfortable not turning up for lectures in. One of the ones where you just say to someone, "Just get me the notes, and I'll go next week and give you the notes." They'll be like, "Yeah, all right." Here we go. I sense a connection. Something in the ether calling to us all.
Nice
Yes.
jump, Alistair.
Yes, we're
Joe
in.
Jagger just resubbed for 6 months.
Thank you
Half
for
a
Bold
year.
and Brash. I believe this is new.
I haven't seen it before.
I don't know who that is. It might be a Squidward sort of esque.
It does have Squidward vibes to it.
It's weird because all the
Could be
Squidward
Greg, to be honest.
could be. Well, I mean, so SpongeBob SquarePants was too long ago for my kids to have really grown up watching it, and too recent for me to have grown up watching it. It's like
I didn't watch it either, mate. And
well, I mean, loads of people. It seems to be.
I think the thing is, it is like an American thing, and I think I watched like Pokemon and stuff like that, but that's like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of cartoons, I don't recall seeing SpongeBob on anything I was watching.
I think I watched a lot of Avatar. I watched a lot of Avatar when I was a kid.
See, I only watched that like 4 or 5 years ago. I hadn't really seen much of it before.
I will
watched the
say that
videos.
the being called an airbender is pretty funny. I did find that very funny.
Well, there's also a technique called blood bending, which
It's just
which
a terrible
people have
name.
now- People have now sexualized for certain reasons.
Oh my god! Oh, we've got a Pudge. I wonder who's playing that. Please be Jake.
Crystal Maiden.
Oh, I've got to take my hoodie off. It's too hot in here.
But Avatar is where bongo bending came from.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went to my
The true earth bending is bongo bending, I'd say.
Yes,
Most
that is.
highly skilled
It's
of
a
all.
branch. It's a branch of it.
branch of bending for sure. Does he bend the air, Avatar lad?
He does a lot of
there's a
airbending.
lot of- I mean, it's some kind of bending.
It
depending on
sounds
your
like a
definition of bending.
skateboard trick. Dude, do an airbend. You're right
10
on
seconds
into a
remaining.
ollie and a nose grind. Like,
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
okay. Bold and Brash have chosen CM and Veno.
The Venom is a bold pick. I can see it's being viable just because there's a pudge, right? And if you want to stop a pudge, having a hero
Nice
that's
jump,
all
Alistair.
about
The
reducing
Llama
your health
just
regen
resubbed for 48 months.
is a reasonable option.
10
I will
seconds.
Also,
say-
importantly, it is bold and brash.
It is.
It is bold and
But
brash.
even I can't win with Veno, so I don't think
You
that-
did try the other
I
day,
did.
and the only reason I didn't get particularly unimpressed with your pick is because you had a pod game or Snapfire the game before, which is
I bought it.
the,
Yeah.
it is the Luke technique. The
Yeah,
Luke
exactly.
technique is to have a good game on Snapfire, and then he'll random something, or he'll
It's
take
just,
Necropos ball.
I get it. When the lads are like, you know what, I really fancy playing this. There's a bunch of heroes in Dota, and I looked at a lot of the time. I tend to play quite similar kind of heroes, and I just thought, I fancy playing a bit of Veno. And as it turned out,
10 seconds
we
remaining.
picked a few
Radiant's
dogshit
team
heroes.
ban.
Other than that, I'm trying to remember what you picked in that game. I remember being disappointed. Let me have a quick look.
What, me?
I picked Veno, and you picked Earthshaker plus 3, and went 3-16.
That was a real bad game. I agree. That was a shocker for
I
me.
don't
I
know
had a
this game,
real.
was I?
It was really hard to farm
Yeah.
when at any point a Legion and a Storm can just come flying out
Yeah.
at you.
Also, they had a Drow and a Jakiro in the lane, which was not much
Yeah.
fun.
Oh
and
yeah, didn't they swap the lanes to have Legion against us?
They
which was a pain in
did,
the
which
neck.
meant she could just purge everything. And then we had Joe went 7-19 on Witch Doctor, so that was bad. Munt Lifestealer went 15, 8, and 11, which was decent.
Oh, I remember this.
And then
Storm was
Gregor's
36 and
yeah,
2.
he absolutely destroyed us. And he's level 29 Storm. This lad just plays Storm. I'm telling you, this lad is a Storm main, and this was an excellent Storm game. And he just happened to absolutely destroy us. It says he got a rampage in a match with Storm Spirit on Wednesday. I wonder
That was
if
against
that
us.
was our game. It was.
That was us. Yeah.
That was the last good thing that happened to him. So it was rough.
I think I don't know what I was doing that evening, but I remember looking in the Discord afterwards and going, Joe Klein is the nicest lad of all time. Fuck me, never invite him again. He's dog shit.
Wow, actual leaking NHU messages.
He's
I
an
don't think it was never
apologizer.
invite him again.
This
He
is-
was
this is
like,
gonna go
this
down
guy
well.
is on another level. Very, very kind in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Like a
love,
lot of the
I love
goons.
Joe. The thing is,
I play
I'm,
Joe
I'm,
Joe
I'm
Klein
not
all day.
particularly one of these people whose Dota ability can put me off so much that them being a nice lad, or that it's going to put me off if so long as they are a nice lad. If you're a cunt and you're shit, then you're bin, son.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I've played with Riley for fucking like 5
Yeah,
years.
exactly. I've played with a lot of goons who are just lovely, but fucking hell, they're bad. I still play with them. As long as they're not a dick, then that's fine.
Yeah, because there is a point when the dog shit just kind of becomes funny.
I mean, there are some people who are so bad that it's frustrating playing with them because
Team pick.
they don't say anything. They die over and over again. They never use their spells or items, and it's just an L, a quiet L. And I think if they were funny, I wouldn't care. But if you're going to be absolutely silent as a rock and do nothing in the game, it's like, what's the point? Get someone in who at least is going to say something funny. Do
I
something.
like how these heroes are getting smaller and smaller as we go.
Which is
Even
normally
though
the
middle
opposite,
hero is
because
bigger.
the middle hero it has got a little buff to his height.
That's true. Who could be even smaller than Richard? I suppose
Weaver.
Wisp is technically smaller.
But he's
Well,
floating, though, right? 'Cause he's up,
I
he's up a
think
bit.
Weaver is the only one that.
Are
might
we
be
going by
bigger.
height off the ground or
Yeah,
overall?
yeah.
I reckon height off the ground, because
Height from-
if
height
the
from
model's
sea level.
higher, then
Well, I'm just
Indeed.
saying when you get a baby measured, they measure them by length because of course they can't stand up, so you can't call it height. They tell you how long your baby is. So I'm thinking length is a decent measure because obviously that would have to factor in Wisp, who they float. It's not their fault.
But then, like shit, like Viper is gonna be like a fucking, like very very thin. He's just a flying snake.
But you'd measure him from tail to head,
yeah,
just like you measure a baby from tail to head.
Right. Okay. So then,
Radiant team
I don't know if
ban.
Io
Nice
would be
jump,
smaller.
Alistair.
Ariel
It's
the
kinda
Nook
small,
just
I guess.
resubbed
I'd
for
need
60
to
months.
know, is
Happy
his
210th
surface
anniversary
area
of the 1813
greater than the
Napoleonic duel
entire
between the
surface area
frigates
of Ricky?
HOOSE and HMS.
I have to say,
Hold on,
Ricky
sorry,
has-
hold on,
Ricky
hold on,
has-
hold on,
so
hold on.
shit at aiming after 4 hours they just agreed to fuck off back home again.
10
Thank you,
seconds
Eri,
remaining.
for a very long historical message. This is the 210th anniversary of the 1813
5
Napoleonic
seconds
duel
remaining.
between the
Dire
frigates
team ban.
Arethusa and HMS Amelia, where both ships were so shit at aiming after 4 hours they just agreed to fuck off back home. There you go.
Very respectable.
It's
Reminds me a lot of my
15th
Dark and Darker
anniversary.
fights right now.
Surrender emote,
Radiant
surrender
team
emote.
ban.
Dude, people are so fucking nice that I'm actually angry when people don't agree to team up with me. I'm so used to just surrender emoting, crouching, and everyone just being buds that I killed the boss of the solo dungeon, the cave troll. And I was
Solo?
like leaving, and the boss of the solo.
Yeah, did you kill him
is-
solo?
Yeah. He's not that difficult, I'd say,
5
for a
seconds
ranger
remaining.
anyway.
Okay.
And I was like, killed him, got the loot. I was leaving. I saw another ranger. I just innocently went over and crouch spammed surrender emote and said, "Hey, what's up?" He just shot me in the head. I was outraged.
Did he kill you?
Of course he killed me.
Fair play.
I was
Fair
disgusted.
play. It's
I was
darker,
like, this
darker,
is-
baby.
I forgot what game I was playing. I was just like, obviously everyone's going to be friendly with me.
Oh,
5
Eri says the
seconds
two ships
remaining.
parted and returned to their respective ports of call, both sides claiming victory. That means your original message was not quite accurate then, Eri. Because you implied that they both agreed to separate. Did they message each other with flags? This is ridiculous. Let's just go home. And
But
then they
we
got
won, by
home.
the way.
And they were
Oh.
like, yeah, we could call it a day because we beat them, so they just surrendered. And all, men, shut up! And they're all like laughing.
Except it would be, I guess, I don't know, would that be French and
5
Spanish
seconds
ships?
remaining.
HMS for one of them. So
Oh, is one of them
That's
HMS?
French and
oh,
British,
so
yeah.
French and British ships, okay.
I have to say, on the height debate, I reckon Ricky's actually a fair bit taller, but he's got a bit of a gamer hunch on. You know, he's
He
properly
does have a
crouching.
bit of a gamer hunch, that is true. I mean, Lifesteal has got the biggest gamer hunch of all time.
He is a properly gamer hunch lad.
Who is?
Life stealer.
Lifestealer.
Oh yeah, he's got the gamer hunch. He needs a better chair, mate, is what it is.
Oh, I kind of like that Veno set. Like he looks like a poison frog.
It's his little crook hands. It looks like he couldn't even use a TV remote himself. That's how useless he is.
It's a Riley Death Profits. That means it's a Riley mid versus Samo. And then I don't know how Lifestealer actually does this game. It's a weird vibes for a Lifestealer game.
So I'm just watching this video prior to the earthquake in Turkey, which was awful, and obviously and Syria as well. I'm sure we're all hoping that things work out for those survivors and that they find their loved ones and all the rest of it. But birds seem to do this weird thing before an earthquake where they all sort of get in a tree and sort of settle down and a bunch of other things. Now my question is, surely we can figure out what the birds are picking up on and use that as some kind of warning system. Because if the birds know something's up, it's not like they've got some special
Is this
secret.
well documented, or did
I
someone
don't
just
know.
say, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure those birds went in the tree before it started.
Well, I'm just
so-
watching a video of it, and I don't know.
I do understand that, but at the same time, it could well be that birds just quite like to be in trees a lot of the time.
But they did it just before. I'm just going to look. I'm just gonna find out. What do birds do? During the shot, the birds begin to leave the roost and row slowly in ascending spirals above the trees. Is there some? Can wild birds predict earthquakes? Here's a. This is from the website Little Peckers. Oh dear.
Yeah, and like Nox says, it's not you're not going to get much warning. You're going to get 5-10 minutes warning, maybe max.
Thirty seconds to battle.
I see. So it's something called a P wave. P waves.
It would be very inconvenient. Every time the birds went in the tree, we'd have to evacuate everyone.
There's a bird in my tree! Everybody get out! Get in the archways! Either way, Cow's lying down when it rains.
This is the PFB special.
This
if they
is.
find him,
I think Zalapa.
they're not going to find him. What a hiding spot!
Oh no, Zalapa's gone in here. Here's the gauze.
You need to learn.
I reckon this is it. This is it.
Oh,
the anti-Duke. Oh!
Oh my god!
That's a tip.
I don't know what section of PFB that falls under.
That's a real specialty PFB.
Yeah, that's
the PFD.
Yeah.
The Plague First Deny.
Yeah, that's actually quite good. The PFD.
That was.
We're making an addendum to the PFB handbook.
Congratulations on purchasing your brand new PFB 3000. Oh, last hits and denies. I would be jolly careful if I would just call me Mori here.
I think Clabs is going to absolutely mince Riley here.
Oh, it's mid-cop.
Yeah.
Oh, I played with a Greg mid hoodwink the other day.
Oh shit!
Ashwin, you've corrupted a soul because he was playing against a Jug mid, and he went no boots Maelstrom.
That's what I told him to do.
And said, "This is Ashwin's build," and he's playing against a Jug, so he just got spanned down like 10 times in a row and died over and over.
Oh,
again.
I see.
Just absolutely
really,
committing to having no
that
boots.
close. Like, what's he doing standing
No
that close?
boots and a Maelstrom. He's like, "No, this is what Ashwin said to do. I'm just sticking with it." I was like, "This is goonery."
This is my biggest issue with all these fucking guides, man. Is that it's literally they follow it regardless. You could be up against the worst game ever for an item, they'll be like, well, sorry, but the guide says to get it, so you got to be careful when you give the lads advice.
It is probably down to a sort of like, I know how to push the hero. I know how to not be next to Jug when he's about to start spinning.
In Greg's minor defense, it was a Smurf Jug, I think, as well.
Did we win that game?
No, you weren't in this game, I don't think.
I thought I was. I thought.
Were you?
Maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was just in chat.
This is when it was my AM and Miles
Well, you were playing AM, mate.
Yeah.
That's not exactly impressive.
Pardon? I popped off that game. Still
What?
lost.
It's
but I
still
popped
AM
off.
though.
It is still AM. That's fair.
What the hell is Greg's name?
Gregors.
What's Gregors?
I can't find. Oh, there we go, Greg. Oh, he was playing Hoodwink. His most recent one, he won.
Cock, get the lasties.
Nah.
Maybe there was a different game, Blake.
I don't
Maybe
think
he
you
played
were in it.
afterwards. Because I remember a game where I was in it and I told him to build Motion first and we won. Ah, this is the most recent L.
Oh, hello.
I can't have been here. Oh, you were playing. You hit a wall.
I think if he stays on Zalapa there, he gets the kill. Zalapa has been gozzed on and he's hungry. I just realised if you put the burger hunger on them and you gozz on them as Venno, you slow their movement speed by 60%.
Trouble for Mori.
Oh yes, didn't I say? What did I say? I said at the start of this game. The body blocks, Vinicus just standing around! Beautiful blocks there.
I think Vinicus was attempting to block Lifestealer. Unfortunately, he's not very good at the game and ended up blocking his pudge. But I think the spirit was correct.
The idea is there. That's the scariest thing. Oh god, cock.
It is potentially like watching an AI develop. Except the AI never develops. Well,
it's like the NZ FedEx special, yeah. He's always thinking of doing something really smart, but the button pressing to execute it is never quite good enough.
Mm-hmm. Murray's still level 1.
Yep.
0-2 inside 4 minutes. Just saying. They say that ain't great.
Oh,
I think Lifestealer can straight up 1 this lane.
What the fuck was Ricky's attack rate?
And he got the fucking courier too. He got the courier and the ward. That is just brutal. Poor
Mori.
Grumpy getting in a bit of a spot of danger. No, just give it the walk away.
He can turn.
I don't know why he's not turning. Kill.
Make him hungry. He's away.
He's hungry.
He's pretty hungry though.
He is
what level of hungry is that? It's only level 1 hungry.
The tank is going to outreach in it.
I do think They don't need to actually be that aggressive prior to Benno getting Urn. When he gets an Urn, if he gets the one set of charges up, then the lane is over, right? Like, this Red King can't stay there, neither can Marcy. But they don't need to be, like, diving prior to an Urn. There's no point.
Right, it's actually
You don't get
doing
anything.
well. I'm happy with this performance so far.
Oh, I think there could be a double kill here. That's Zalapa dead.
Oh.
Jacobs! Didn't eat a tango. Did not think to eat a tango just then.
Everyone is
He
very
calculated
low.
it flawlessly, that's why.
Dire structures are fortified.
I have to say,
There's no
Unless he
Riley,
had
Fortified?
one. No, he'd already eaten one. Sorry, he'd already eaten one. I think he had
Why
6.
was the fortified?
I just looked at the fact he had 3. I don't know why they forted. Oh, and they paused. Excellent. Bad.
I'd say,
Got bad loss. Gonna
Gonna drink.
restart quick. Sorry. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Riley has been doing better than expected in the mid
Indeed,
lane, I'd say.
indeed. But you know what? I don't care. He's gonna make a big boo boo. Some boo boo's gonna happen.
I feel like his exorcism usage is maybe going to let him down. He's going to go for a gank somewhere, use exorcism, die, and then the lane is hard from that point on. But he has...
There's
You know,
potential for him to do
there's-
things here. It's
He
true.
has potential to do quite well. I mean, he has... So he's basically gone for a higher stat build than Clavs, right? So Clavs has boots versus Riley having null. So Clavs should technically have rune control. But if you're in the situation as Riley and you're assessing all this in this pause time, as I'm sure he is, you say, can my supports come mid for the runes? And Venom probably can't. Venom wants to stay top with his Urn flying out and keep harassing that lane. But if CM comes for it, because CM is fucking pointless down below. Lifestealer can 1v2 a Ricky lane easily.
Yeah.
So have CM come, camp on rune, stop Clouds getting it, and you get it on DP. And then the fact that he has boots doesn't matter, right? Unless he goes to gank. And then he's ganking without a rune. It's not that scary. So those are the things I would be thinking about, obviously, as I sit here pause. Whatever Riley's doing is... I'm sure it'll be just as effective.
I don't think he's making that call. I'll level with you.
Probably not. Yeah, but Miles, you're a silent Sammy. You know, you gotta be loud and you gotta scream at them. I'd come gang for runes. I'm a rune ganker, but I'm not a support player anymore. I've left that life behind me.
I had a very, very good day of Tarkov today.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Stefano's just resubbed for 74 months.
Dome some lads.
Good
I
evening.
did. I got a 3k. I don't think I can't even remember the last time that happened. Killed 3 lads in the same raid. It was beautiful. And then I lived.
Do you mostly go in as yourself, or are you scaver?
So if I'm in bad form, I'll go in as if I'm playing badly and I'm just dying, I'll put a stop on the losses. I'll cease trading on that stock and I'll go in as a scav because at least there's no losses. And if I'm doing all right, I'll go in and try and get quests done on my main. Because I think when you're playing well and you're confident, you tend to make better plays. When you're doubting yourself and playing badly, and it can be day by day. Like tomorrow, I'll play like hot shit as usual.
Alright, so Helm.cock.wang has got his ulti now. And boots, so he could try and make some plays.
I will be honest with you, I think Venno is one of my favourite heroes to play. I love him. I hope they buff him in the next patch. That's the issue with Venom, of course, is you can just miss your spells. But
I'm back.
he's just not very good. I can't put my finger on what I'm doing wrong. I think I need to watch a pro player play Venom and see what they do that's so annoying. But they play very differently. You're not expected to be off on your own very much in a pro team, especially not with the current meta. I suppose if you look at Tundra when they won, they were always together, and the Venom was just sort of obnoxiously setting things up and being a twat.
Well, a lot of it is they are fans of Plague Ward, and Plague Ward is not a thing we know how to use very well.
You just whack it down, mate. They're going to give up a horrible kill here. Reg's dead. Grumpy could also have died. Could still perish, but I don't know what that was from Axe there. That was very poor.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
I have tried playing Veno Pos 3, but it tends to go poorly, and the lads tend to be like, please don't do that. We need a proper 3, which is absolutely fair.
Yeah, it's like something can work, but it makes the game awkward. Like,
yeah, it does.
AM is in the same way. AM can theoretically work. There are good AM games, but it means that if it doesn't work, your game is awkward because you have an AM.
Yeah.
Like you can have games where Venom actually pops off and like solo carries, but it can be less consistent than just having a Tide. Just a big fat
just
green brute.
Riley does miss some last hits that make you want to smack your head against something. Like sometimes you just think, I wish you had not done that. You know what I mean? It's hard to put my finger on it, but sometimes you think, you must have seen that wasn't going to work and that they were going to get the deny. And then he does it like 50 times in a row, and you think, okay, maybe not. This rotation is not good. Go home, Riley. Oh, baby. Thank you, my beauties. DPL has to be one of the longest cooldowns in a game, right? It must be top 10.
It's definitely up there. 150? What would match that? Black Hole almost certainly does, right?
I mean, the longest for a long time was Minefield Sign by Techies, right?
Oh, true, yeah.
That was the trick answer to that question. Hoodwink just died there.
Black Hole's 200 at level 1. What would be longer than Black Hole? What's Global Silence?
I think it's
what the cooldown.
Yeah, cooldown of Global Silence.
130
at level 1.
130.
130. That's not terrible. Is anything going to be longer than Black Hole?
So Techie's Minefield is 360.
Tombstone? No, not Tombstone.
Black Hole is 200. Wraith King Reincarnation, this is all at level 1, is 200.
Yeah, level 1.
Spectre Haunt is 2 minutes. Chaotic Offering is 170. Naga Siren's Song of the Siren 160. Sanity's Eclipse is 160. Guardian Angel is 160. Metamorphosis is 155.
Nice job,
that's got to be the longest non-old, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Ravage is 150. Whoa!
He's not got his ulti. He's deed. Why was he not dunked?
I don't know. Doom is
it wouldn't go on cooldown if you dunk the reincarnation, right? I assume not.
What do you mean?
If you dunk,
no, it counts. It counts. Yeah,
it counts as a kill, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be farming armor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the longest cooldown like ability in all of Dotes is Undying's Reincarnation at 25.
Is that 250?
Like, yeah, it's like 5 minutes. It's like 300 seconds. Like that.
Yeah, but this is level 1 gettable spells, not level 25.
Yeah.
So, yes.
What is it?
I thought it was
300 seconds.
300 seconds, isn't it? Yeah. Maya says 360.
It's 6 minutes.
We can check.
I don't know. I don't know how many minutes it is.
It is 300 seconds. I just
it is a 300 cooldown. So well done, Myers, as usual.
Typo.
How
do you mistake a 0 for a 6?
The 6 is halfway down the keyboard.
Impossible to typo. That is such absolute rubbish. You'd have to have the wrong finger pressing down to typo that. He has been hooked on the tail with Lifestealer, but he should be pretty much fucking immortal right now.
Well, this is over. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now.
I think this Lifestealer pick was pretty exceptional and was not countered at all by Wraith King.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's a good counter though, but the double
Yes,
gale
lad.
is brutal.
Tell you what, Riley is absolutely popping news.
He is popping. He's pogging off. Clavs now wants to perish.
Don't think they can go that far.
Rated
They
with
are
309 viewers.
they are life stealing them a bit. If he just goes some like fucking Deso Shard, which he has queued up. If he goes Deso Shard BKB, the game is actually unlosable on equal play.
You heard it.
It's unlosable if they don't play like dog shit.
Well, you've doomed them. The
I
double doom.
stand
No,
by it.
no
I stand
caveat
by it.
here.
You've
You
doomed
stand by
them
your statement.
twice.
You just stick by. That they
Okay,
could play
the
that.
game.
Listen
if he
to me
goes-
now.
If he goes Deso Shard BKB,
No!
the game is unlosable.
You have casters cursed them, and then also expected of them that they do not play like doggy doo doo. You have doomed them all.
I've revoked the caveat. Even with shit play, this game is unlosable.
Okay. Wow. All
It's a
right.
forced mate in
I'm
20.
standing fucking by.
Nice job,
Forced mate in
Alistair.
3. It'll be a pawn mate as well, the best kind.
I don't think I've ever had a forced mate before. I've seen them. But
What's a
they're very
forced
hard to
mate?
come by. Your only move is to checkmate the opponent. Like you've got nothing else. Like not even your only good move. Your only legal move is to checkmate.
Oh wow.
That would be interesting.
Oh,
Way!
Are there any reinforcements coming? No, no one's that interested. But you know what? He got Venoult off, so they're all going to have to go back to base. So who's the real winner now?
That's my favourite thing as Venno. Vinicus loses half his health to level 1 Poison Nova. I do think Poison Nova needs something else. I think if it just had a little bit of a slow would be something. Something to give it a little bit more impact.
They're trying to kill Pudge. I will say, you know, Dire, despite me saying they have definitely lost this game, they're not
what
out
is
of it.
Riley doing?
What
I
is
don't know.
Riley doing?
Here we go.
power.
Apparently, this is winnable regardless. So
This is winnable regardless, though. They're fucking diving
Woo!
centuries. This game is 1. But this is all happening prior to Ricky Shard. We have 60 seconds until the most OP spell in the game is online. So maybe Vidicus can make some shit happen.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I'm just saying his ult needs something. Because it feels like I got Venoult off on them and then you lose the fight. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, they have to go back to base, but
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I'll just do something with it. Either change it, make it more interesting, something.
Well, now here's a question. Why does it list on a Poison Nova attack speed slow 0?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't
Is it
know
supposed
if
to have
that's...
attack speed slow that they took away from it but just kept the tooltip? Because if so, that's incredibly funny.
That's very
It is
Valve.
quite funny.
That's
That is
very Valve.
fucking hysterical if that's the case.
Oh, so it's because at 25, Poison Nova reduced 100 attack speed.
But they don't need to list it right now.
They don't.
We-
they definitely
they-
don't. But they have.
But they have. That is the most Valve thing I've ever seen.
Yes, Maury.
Revenge! They do get the
Oh,
axe.
they do get Reg. Maury?
Mori is also going to perish.
Yeah.
He eats a tree.
Panic
Very
tango.
brave.
Jake is farming it up. Not very highly, though.
Yeah, he's not. I don't know. There's just. Speaking of things where there's something missing from a hero, Wraith King is there's something missing. All they do every patch is buff skeletons, and the skeletons are fucking dog shit. They are irrelevant to every game of Dota 2. So why Valve is just insistent on only buffing his skeleton talents and his skeleton skill is bizarre to the world, but
So
Nice
they don't
job,
know what to
Alistair.
do with several
Freedom
of the
was
heroes.
just
I think
resubbed
Wraith
for
King is one of them.
24 months.
Yeah.
Let's go. In-house.
Here's the central problem for Dota. All right, that any balancing is going to have to deal with. They're trying to gank Lifestealer bot here, by the way.
Radiant
The
They
central
do have a
problem
squad that
is
can do it.
wait.
why are they have sleep darts?
Just
That
lead
makes
with
no
hook,
fucking
mate.
sense.
Lead with hook. That's how you play Dota. Just understand it, Plague. All right, this is next level. If you have Hook, you must lead with Hook. You cannot lead with the freshly purchased shard.
10 months. Go, 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 go,
Oh,
go,
Clouds,
go,
you gonna
let's
troll
go,
him? He's
Swiss
trolling him.
Vinting for coming up.
Well, this is something that Munt does well on Marauder. Munt is a very good Marauder. He fucking nails some arrows, but he always chucks them first at the start of every gank. He never like imagines that there could be another stun coming in to guarantee it. He just fucking wangs them out.
Yeah.
Sees what
pog.
happens. It does look pretty pog.
So the problem with quite a few of the heroes in Dota 2, in my opinion, is that the thing that defines them, for example, Wraith King gets 2 lives, means that you have to try and build the hero around that. You would never think of removing that ult and giving him something else, because that's the hero. That's the point of the hero. So essentially, what else do we do for a melee carry who has 2 lives? You can't make him super strong on both lives, because then it's just like having to beat the carry twice, and it's ridiculous. So he can't be amazing, because you have to fight him twice. That's the problem, I think, is that if you look at Wraith King as the core concept of Wraith King is that he has to be able to do just enough on 1 life that when his 2nd life comes, you don't think, well, this is fucking ridiculous. Unless he's like farmed beyond belief and the game is over. Essentially, he has to be balanced.
Like BKB is so essential for every fucking carry in the game. Wraith King can only have it on 1 of his lives, so 1 of his other lives is just kind of pointless. Oh!
I know the only thing everything really has going for him is ads, which is obviously the cancer of patch 7.0.
Is what?
Oh my god!
Is one of the few things that it's going for him.
Riley's down. Nori's gonna be down too.
Reg died for your
This
carry.
is an absolute fucking disaster.
This game was unlosable 5 minutes ago.
This game remains unlosable. I'm still sticking by it.
Oh, Lifestealer just ran away.
I'm disappointed he's not queued up a BKB, but again, Deso Shard is the way to go.
Nice jump, Alistair!
Thank you, Jones.
Jones has gifted so many fucking subs.
We had a lad yesterday, or the day before, that gifted 50. First time chat, turned up, donated 50, didn't say a word left.
And
my
imagine that
ideal viewer,
17 fucking times.
my ideal viewer, never says a word. You wouldn't know he was there. Might not even be watching the stream. Dumps 50, fucks off. Perfect. More of that.
That's just money laundering.
Shh. Yeah, just turns up, donks 50 subs, leaves.
Well, you've already discussed how your ideal stream is literally 20,000 viewers and no one talking in the chat.
But they all donate.
They all donate and all sub, but they don't say a word.
And the only message, the donation message, is just a full stop.
Yeah, I would put like a 10-word limit on donations, and even that would probably be too high. The history lesson text to speaks. Fuck you, Eric.
In the middle of a conversation in 1830.
It's so fucking good. Ugh.
The other day I was playing Tarkov, listening out for. I was like, I think there's a lad outside. Pyrion, just wanted to say thank you for the streams. It's like, can you shut the fuck up? Oh, this could be a dead Axford.
They've got the sleeping dart within range. He's chucked
Nice
it.
jump, Alistair!
Hook! Hook! What are you doing? I don't understand it. I don't understand Dota 2. Why does he blink on him?
Well, it worked.
What did Grumpy now just ult? Nothing. He ulted Wraith King.
Nobody is. He altered Wraith Kungan. Oh
What
dear.
is going on? Why is Riley not doing it? He doesn't have his ult for 2 seconds.
Oh, hello. That was a poor toggle.
Why is Mori
What is going on? What is happening? From both these teams. Unlosable.
It's a zoner.
That is a proper zoner. He's like, you guys.
Why does Grumpy want to die? What is he doing?
I don't know.
He is.
Whoa!
He's made him in!
Oh
He's
shit!
made him in!
What a bait!
That's amazing! They actually fell for it!
Oh my god!
What a bait!
Oh, it was a good cue.
Go Reg! Okay.
Dire's top tower
Oh,
is
it's
under
getting hot in
attack.
here.
I mean, just to start off with, right? Why would you not hook him into your team
I
rather
don't
than
know!
blink on him?
I don't know! I
you
don't
only
have the
noticing
answers
that,
for you, Plague. I don't have
Why
the
is
answers.
why is any of this happening?
Well, the in-houses.
Oh yes, I mean the moment he sleep died, you think, oh, they're gonna hook him up here onto the high ground, and then anyone that wants to help him has to walk up blind up the high ground. And you think, yes, that is exactly the thing that is gonna happen. Then it doesn't, and I can't explain it. I cannot explain it. I don't have the answers anymore. I do wonder what my neighbours think sometimes. Especially in the summer when everyone's got their windows open and there's me shouting, "Cock! Cock!" They all hear me.
Dire's top
When we have the street party.
They just think you're watching some sort of vague sport, which is not
no,
incorrect.
no, believe it or not, a lot of them know what I do.
Radiant's
And
bottom tower is
because
under
they're
attack.
like, my neighbours will know, and then they'll tell their neighbours, and they're like, "Who's the mad bold twat on the end there who fucking shouting all the time?" And then they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, he does something on the internet, like video games or something." Like, oh, and then they're like, "Oh, okay," and then they'll tell someone else. So eventually, people know. Ted,
How
can we?
many of your neighbours' kids are interested in what you do and have asked you about it?
The neighbours' kids don't know. Because they're all quite young. Like, there's a lot of people with kids. My eldest is one of the older kids around here in our road. It's just the way it works, you know. People move here and then have kids. We did it like maybe 5 to 10 years before a lot of other people that moved here did. So there's a lot of families. Twickenham is like, Wimbledon used to be called Nappy Valley, like the Napa Valley in California, right? So they call it Nappy Valley. So Twickenham is like the new Nappy Valley because it's all families. It's just a ridiculous number of families. People in their 30s move to Twickenham, have kids, and that's it. All you see is kids.
A bit like Ealing.
Yeah, Ealing, yeah, similar. But Ealing is sort of a bit closer in, I guess, so it doesn't quite feel like you've given up and gone for the suburban family life. Whereas with Twickenham, you're like, I don't even want to be on the tube anymore. I'm just moving out. So it's a lot of that. But so I've had kids at my daughter's school ask me what I do. Your daughter says you're a Twitch streamer? I'm like, yeah. Like, what games do you play? And I'm like, you won't know any of them. Like, go on. I was like, Dota. Like, never heard of it. Tarkov. Never heard of it. Football Manager. Never heard of it. Civilization. Never heard of it. I was like, yeah, exactly. Like, you don't do Fortnite? I was like, no, I don't bloody do Fortnite, you little cunt. Now get out of here. Exact quote. That's why I can't go to the school anymore. And then I turn up with a bootload of Prime, and I just open the boot and I just pour the Prime down the drain right outside the school gate pickup time.
Is that a big thing for for kids around your daughter's age?
Oh yeah.
Everyone is just
gotta get that Prime.
Is there some sort of like some dealer of Prime at the school?
No, it's just
who gets it in.
The corner shops have it. We went in there the other day.
I haven't had the pleasure of tasting it.
No, me neither. I never will. But my daughter was in one of the nearby shops the other day, and she was like, "They got Prime." I was like, "Do you want it?" She's like, "No." I was like, "You were excited." She was like, "A lot of the boys are going to be really excited." Zalapa!
I don't even know if any of them watch like KSI or anything like that. That it's just they're latching on to just random hype.
I think it's just very good marketing.
I mean, they are the sponsor of UFC.
Are they really?
Like the official sponsor of UFC and of Arsenal.
Arsenal is sponsored by Prime? What, on their chest?
No, I don't. Not on the shirt. I don't think, but on like the billboards around the.
Wow.
You know, like.
I mean, I assume that some very clever venture capitalist has invested heavily in this, because as much as KSI and whatever the other lad, one of the Pauls, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have big followings. Launching something like a soft drink globally is more money than the Twitch lads have, like genuinely. But they don't have the fucking distributors and the marketing and all the rest of it, so there's some big money behind it. So I don't doubt that they would fucking get Arsenal and all the rest of it. But
I think their revenue is like in the hundreds of millions or something like that.
From Prime.
Yeah. Oh god, what a hook! What? That's like a hook! Not sure what this is from Mori, to be honest, but...
Desperate.
Oh, yes!
How much armoire does Reg have now? I'm going to say 10.
Radiant's
7?
Well,
Step it
under
up, Reg.
attack.
But he is 10 armor, though. If you hover over it. So you were right in a
Oh,
way.
10 armor harvested. Oh, because it's plus 8 Berserker's Call armor. No. So wait, what does it give you? Is it 1 point something? Oh, it gives you 1.5 per kill. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
But it's... Yeah, I guess it should.
But 7 armor is really... That's
Yeah.
a blade mail's worth of armor.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom
That is
tower
a
is
chain
under
mail's
attack.
worth of
Oh,
armor.
Mephisto's in. There's a call, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful from Reg. Where is that?
This is a problematic place to be. Sadly, Axe has no
Oh,
mana,
nice,
so you're not going to be able to get
nice.
a catch.
Under attack.
Yeah, I think Axe is fucked. That's
Axe
a good hook.
indeed.
It's a buyback though.
It is a
Oh,
buyback.
Grumpy just wants to perish. Okay.
Well, Grumpy's it was enamoured by the success of his first base. I think he's looking to replicate it.
I don't think his team are on board.
No, they're TPing out, but by God, he's going to try anyway.
Yeah.
Though they still have cool Llama in the area, but they see cool Llama, right? So they know he's there on Dire. They might be looking to try and kill. But this is the power of Venom They can't actually walk up this high ground and chase them because of the
Singha Air
little
just
plague
resubbed for
wards in
1
the way.
month.
Everywhere I'm going, I'm sticking them down. I think that's
yeah.
why if you're going to play with Venno, if you have the group up strat, it's just impossible to initiate. Like, I mean, he has not maxed them, but if you max them, and if you take the talent for the lower cooldown, it's every 4 seconds you're putting one down. So the whole time you're moving around, every angle, every corner they can conceivably run at you from, they're going to get gozzed on. It's really fucking annoying.
You reckon, Plague? If you ever have kids, you can collectively call them plague wards.
Wait!
I don't know if I still have the plague hanging around me by that time. It'll be hard to explain.
Well,
to my wife.
I'm sorry, but you've been insistent to keep it around at this point. Everyone else has switched to first name basis.
I was Pyrion
You're still
Flax.
sticking around with Plague.
I was Pyrion
I'm
Flax
still thinking about
before I
playing, but
had
this
children.
is like 20 years time. You still think I'm going to be
Well,
with you lot?
What, you think
I'm
you're going to be in
sticking
your
with Plague.
40s before you have kids?
Yeah, absolutely.
Be daft, mate.
MRPLVM just
What do you mean,
resubbed
don't
for
be
14
daft?
months.
You'd be mad
Best
to wait
streamer
that
of all
long.
time.
It'd be
I'm
so
sensible to wait
tiring.
that long.
Oh my god, I couldn't be bothered with it now.
I think my mum was 40
It's hard work, man.
or 39 maybe.
You want to be
My
in your 30s. You've still
mum
got
was in
some
her
energy.
She's
my
a
mum was
grafter,
late
mate.
40s. My
She's
dad
some
was
late-
like
she's some late
was
about.
50s, I think, when
Wow.
they had me.
Uh-oh. Oh, what?
They
Whoa!
don't. They haven't got the hook.
Cool Llama in trouble, though.
Oh yeah, what? He
This
has
will be
Aegis, he has
Aegis.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, this is sus.
That's BKB.
Riley is
They
in.
are.
He's trying to kill. Jake's
Jake
in. Oh my
has
god!
ulti.
Damn it!
Big
But
call
nobody
coming
really
from
comes
Reg.
Here comes the stuck. This is game.
Woo! The whiff!
Fuck it.
Shocking. Most damage done in that fight, Axe.
Really?
Yep.
Is that just blade mail?
Dire's structures.
He did quite a bit with the blade mail, but I believe it was just spinning.
Just a bit of spinning. Very fair.
I don't know how it shows you.
No, you can't see it actually divided by damage types until I think you can at the end of the game, but
Oh,
not
trouble
right now.
maybe.
I think Grumpy Nut has volunteered to go under their towers, which is very kind of him.
Dire's middle tower is under
There's a call. This is a big kill. This guy does a lot of damage and he's down.
He doesn't have buyback. Wow. That's very hard for them to fight now. No BKB rating, no second
Llama
life.
hitting buildings.
They can look for another dagger into Hook when Pudge is alive. That could be something there. Remember, Llama doesn't have Aegis this time, so any kill on him is a
has fallen.
permanent one.
Oh, that's a big call from Reg.
Radiant's top tower is under
There's the BKB used. You can leave that. You don't have to go in. What is this?
Grumpy!
What is this?
Dire's middle barracks is falling.
Trouble.
Radiant's top tower
Chop!
Don't know why the lads insist on losing the game.
Me neither. It's a mystery. I will say I think buying Armlet when there's a Venom in the game is always a tricky one. Because he did die. He did lose a life already toggling when he had Venom poison on him, which is kind of awkward.
In fact, it's a game with quite a lot of dots.
But man, playing Wraithing without Armlet feels really fucking sad.
Yeah.
I do. You know, obviously you're gonna pretend you're gonna have the ego of a carry player and say, no, I'll just outskill him. I'll just toggle it. Just no problem. But I would probably consider not going Armlet this game. But it's hard. It's hard. Armlet is very important for this hero.
How broken do you think it would be if instead of him having 2 lives, he could assume an ethereal form for a scaling number of seconds in which he can deal damage, not ethereal in game terms, but he essentially becomes an untargetable, undamageable ghost for like 4, 5, 6 seconds.
Dark Willow's W, basically.
Yeah, so so he doesn't have to charge anything up. He just becomes
Yeah, he just hits.
a sort of ghost man, a spirit that cannot be targeted, but can still... Well, Dark Willow needs an Ags. I'm just saying this is his default ult. Everybody jumps him, he presses R,
Radiant's bottom tower.
and then that's it. You cannot do anything to him. Because then he could TP out if he wanted, he could do whatever. Because that would help with the whole 2 lives don't really mean anything when you just jump him.
I think he's just in.
Riley really doesn't give a fuck, does he? He's really just in there.
They're trying to get
Well,
Podge.
They have won.
Where's the Venom ult? The Venom died. We're getting
That
it
is
off.
dead already.
matters
We need to
not.
get it off.
I will register that Leicester has not lost a single point of HP this fight so far. It's just hits people.
Well,
even have
less
armlet
than
on.
HP lost. Now he's gonna turn.
Oh,
Hey!
that was cowardice. You could have fucking owned that fight. TP out. Friend, you're just
No.
Oh right, he's probably dead.
Nah, I bet he's fine.
Nah, he's dead.
He's
to this
fine,
thing.
mate,
Just
watch.
At the TP.
Alright.
Still, they got some megas.
They're clinging on. As in, they're wasting our time.
You know, right now they're saying, lads, on the high ground, we are strong. Stay mentally together. We were in this for the win.
Kind of like, yeah, too like the Slark ult? Yeah, possibly. Because the problem with his 2 lives is, if he dies and he comes back and the whole rest of the team is still alive, I mean, who cares? Like, it just means that you can get away with getting caught out and you have 2 lives. But I'm just thinking, can't you just do a shitload more with other heroes with 1 life rather than just say he gets 2 lives, but essentially if his whole team dies and then you just have to kill him twice, who cares? Do you know what I mean? It's like its actual use is fairly limited, I would say.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I
let's
think
say
a lot
you
of-
take a fight and you initiate with your Wraith King. And he goes in and the enemy team kills him. Now the rest of the team catches up. And now you've got a carry. Who is this? Oh, it just doesn't need that. Okay. Who doesn't have his ult. And is just a lad who you kill him and he dies. And he doesn't have a particularly good stun or particularly good spells. He could just sort of chonk people. And if he's farmed, Wraith King's really scary, but you would say that of any carry. Like, any carry who is really farmed is scary.
Dire's middle tower.
They're just going for it. There's the sleep.
Dire's structures are falling.
There's the fort.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Missed
Dire's
two.
middle tower is under attack.
Oh!
Call on 1. They get hoodwinked. This is quite a big kill, but they're not going to be able to. Wraith King's on the back, going for Mori, who's just managed to escape, but is going to perish later.
You know, I think if Riley came over and helped, this would be an easier fight.
Probably.
I
He's
don't
getting
know if
clear
it
cores.
matters.
Lifestealer is just clicking. He's had enough. Playtime is over.
That is buyback from Wraithking though. They can actually. Oh, what a juke!
Oh,
I think the creeps alone will finish this, but God bless them, they're going to try and fight till the end.
Labs has perished.
The Lifestealer is still alive.
He has died.
And it's
Hey, they
over.
got it.
Party got it.
Well played, Cock. I actually thought this isn't going to work out. They're just going to go kill him, but they didn't. That is true, Ari. It is a counter to Wombo, to like Black Hole and Chrono, because if you kill him in the Chrono with a Black Hole,
I think it's a unique
comes
enough
back.
skill that I'm fairly happy that it's in the game. It might need.
Oh,
to
no,
get some bit
I
of
think-
tweaking.
right, but
when you-
I think a whole rework. Is
But so
necessary.
here's the issue: if Sven has Aegis, it's very hard because fuck, we got to kill him twice, or PA, or
yeah, but at the same
Lifestealer,
time,
or
he can only
whoever.
BKB an ult on one of his lives.
True, but the hero is not balanced around having 2 lives. The hero is balanced around having 1 life. So Lifestealer has, for example, an escape. PA has an escape. AM has an escape. Sven doesn't, but a lot of other carries do. And I think the problem is that Wraith King does not have any escape mechanism. He just has 2 lives. So if you know he has 2 lives, you cannot make him on both lives as strong as any other carry with the same amount of farm, because essentially he then becomes too strong. If you say to him, oh, he's just as strong as every other carry in the game on each of his 2 lives, then you've basically got 2 carries in the game. And that's a problem. So you have to balance him around having 2 lives. That's
Give him a
the
talent.
issue.
Give him a talent at 20, where when he comes back to life, he has BKB for like 3 seconds or 5 seconds or something.
I think that's a decent idea. Yeah. Like
Um,
immune.
I
for 3
also
seconds.
say that, you know, what makes a good carry in this patch is they're either a very strong laner, which Wraithing isn't. That's why Lena's strong right now. Lena's a strong laner, can
Yeah.
deal with these offlaners and tell them to fuck off, and she's one of the only carries that can do that. Or they have a gimmick that lets them hit. Like Faceless Void has a gimmick, Drow has a gimmick, even and Wraith King and Sven and Gyrocopter are all heroes that don't have a gimmick that can let them hit from safety, and that means they're just useless in comparison. Like they always have to go an early BKB. They can't farm as much, and they're just irrelevant in the late game because they can't fight with someone like a Drow who can just press an E from 1,000 miles away. And unless your hero has a gimmick like that, you're just not going to compete in the Dota of today.
So are we saying that essentially melee heroes, like other than Lifestealer,
The only melee heroes that are relevant in this meta are Lifestealer, because he has Rage, which is a gimmick he can hit with, and he's a strong laner, and Ursa, who again has some gimmicks that let him punch for free without needing a BKB. Those are the only 2 ones. And Slark a little bit. Slark can have some good games. Apart from that, like you're never going to see a
but
Monkey
he's
King.
not a
You're
strong laner.
never going to see a PA for, you know, another 3 years. It's going to take 3 years of buffing PA before she's a hero again. But Naga is exactly the thing. Naga can summon illusions, which is her gimmick. PL is actually dogshit. PL is dogshit because his illusions don't do what Naga's illusions do. He can't split push with them. TB, not relevant. Too weak a laner.
Yeah. I don't know how you fix it. Luckily, we've got 3 of the best minds in Valve working on it, I guess.
But Neon Prime, though. Neon Prime's going to be a hell of a game. It will dispel all my complaints about Dota. Dota 3 is what Neon Prime will be, I believe.
If it's anything to do with Ags Lab / Siltbreaker, I will sell my soul to play that game.
It's going to be PvP, bro.
I'll do the opposite of selling my soul if it's PvP.
You know what I'd like? I would love it if we could basically do something that was kind of like when I used to do raids in WoW, where you can chill out and do single player PvE stuff during the day, and then the evening you can get together and try and take down a boss. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
I don't want to play WoW, but I would love it if there was a game where we could do that, where we could sort of do some PvE stuff to grind during the day, chilling out, chatting, and just, you know, going and doing some PvE quests and stuff like that. And then in the evenings we get together like, right, we're going to tackle the wizard Glamadnafor, and we'll all sort of have our roles and try it and stuff like that.
The thing is, it's all the framework is all there because we've established that Dota heroes and Dota abilities work astoundingly well in a PvE setting.
Yes, I've thought for a while that there is plenty of room out there for a Dota MMO, and I've said this for fucking ages, that you wouldn't need to have specific heroes. You would play as a type of hero. I'm going to be an agi carry. I'm going to be a strength carry. I'm going to be an int caster. I'm going to be an intelligent sort of burst damage lad. I'm going to be more of an int sort of support.
I'm going to be a
CC
jungler.
Guy. No junglers. No junglers.
Duel 256
But like you can create a
just
character
resubbed for
and
1
have all
month.
kinds of spells and stuff like that, and then go in as a party and do Dota as an MMO. I think that would be fun. And there would be, you know, you could do little single player instances, and there would be like, you know, certain ones for certain classes that you do, and I think that would be fun. And then you get together and go and fight things. Calamity Sam, I recognize that name.
Have you seen Bonnie Joy pick to you, Ted?
Yeah, good luck. Getting the average age up and lowering the IQ.
Who said that?
Bonnie Joy.
I see. Wow.
Nice jump, Alistair!
Wonder what the lowest IQ is.
What, in the Discord or in life?
No, in life. I think I've heard of some like 20s.
What?
What would you have to do to get 0 IQ? Like, where would you have to be?
Be dead.
Is that how they define it?
Yeah, I think you would have to be dead. You would have no intelligence, or brain dead at least. Nothing going on in the brain. Nothing. I think if you have someone who is like really, really severe brain damage or unbelievable learning difficulties, like beyond what you would just consider struggling with reading, you could get down like ultra low. That's people who can barely feed themselves. But I know that there is. It's weird because some people really love IQ as a measure, and some people think it's dog shit. And I've read both sides, the for and against, and I have no fucking idea. I do think that the idea of measuring intelligence is kind of nebulous, because would you say, for example, that Picasso was an idiot? Probably not. He's one of the most famous and most, you know, lauded artists of all time. His intelligence is probably not in an area where you would be able to measure it with a piece of paper and a test. Yeah. So what is intelligence? If we're just saying it's how good you are at taking tests and doing maths and stuff.
Shit. Sorry, I need to be in the channel.
You're being screamed at.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if the IQ test or like the mental or whatever, if it advertised itself as just what it is, problem-solving logic, I don't think there'll be any issues. But it
Nice
advertises itself as intelligence quotient.
Intelligence. In other words, if you don't do well at this, you're an idiot.
But at the same time, some people might not be very good at exams, just like school exams and that. And just because they are, they might be branded as stupid.
Yeah, no, it's true. But I mean, I think that the difference is that we essentially need some. We're in game 2, so now we enter the podcast phase. Game 3, it gets even worse. So if you came here just to watch Dotes, good luck. Oh, I think
most people came here for the podcast.
They put a 23rd picture of Pyrion in. This was from a video the other day. That's so weird.
Which it does look a lot like you.
It does.
Honestly.
I thought it was a ponytail, but his headphones are off to one side, much the way I often wear my headphones. I am actually wearing my headphones like that right now, so I really couldn't comment. But this one I get. Some of the other ones I don't get. Anyway, so yeah, no, I agree. I think the difference is with school is that essentially employers need to have some idea of, is this person competent at learning? We spoke about this either last week or the week before.
No, we did, yeah.
That essentially education is a way of saying, how well can this person learn stuff? And even stuff they're not particularly motivated to learn. If you don't really like history, are you still capable of learning about it? And if you are, and you do well at it, that's a good representation.
It's more like willpower than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. But equally, every job is going to have some stuff you don't really want to do and isn't interesting, but you got to do it. Like, that's true of most jobs. So if you're the kind of person that could say, I'm not really interested in this, this doesn't fascinate me, but I can learn it for the good of the job, that's a reasonable measure. I also think that in most creative jobs that don't rely on academic brilliance,
Radiant team pick.
they don't look for people who got all A's at A level and all the rest of it and were great at sciences. So in a way, the system as it is, which is that for the more academic, more science-based, more logic-based and sort of, you know, maths-based sort of jobs, we have a system for that. And for the more creative jobs that doesn't really cover, the creative industry itself has essentially allowed for that and said, we know you were shit at school, but we loved your drawing of an egg, so you're hired. You know, it's like there's no creative job you're going for where they were like, your drawings and music are fantastic and we love you, but
geography
you
GCSE.
failed geography GCSE, so, you know, they're set up to understand, we get it. Creative people are not going to do well at school, but what can you do that's good creatively? So I think in a way the industry has adapted and allowed for
To
it.
be honest, I think that
Dire team back.
most jobs I was looking at, even though they were fairly academic, or at least required some sort of education to a level, they weren't like you must have blah blah A stars whatever. It was like you must have a C in English and maths.
Right.
I think they're like more checking that
5
you are
seconds remaining.
literate to the basic level.
Yeah.
Radiant team.
I have some
And then they'll be like, you must have a 2-1 at university or whatever.
Right.
So they more care about did you do well at university.
I do want to point out that 23rd picture of Pyrion are going to have to cast a draft this entire game with 2 seconds of reserve time remaining.
Why? What
Oh,
happened?
God.
Because they only have 20 seconds apiece, and they wasted 18 seconds on the Dazzle pick. And
I've
now
never
they're having
seen
to do
Dazzle in so long.
they have to do the entire thing with 2 seconds reserve time.
Right, but so why did they have so little time?
I think sometimes just to speed the games up, Eri asked them both teams if they're okay with only 20 seconds reserve
I
time.
see. What's your favourite dinosaur, says Myers? Well, Myers, aged 7, I will
10
tell you.
seconds
I don't know, one of the ones in the
5
sea.
seconds
One of that
remaining.
giant shark, what is it called? The Megalodon or whatever.
Megalodon. I don't think that's a dinosaur, brother.
I think it is.
Dire
Here's some
team
more
back.
exciting news.
You go
I
for a
ran a
plesiosaur
poll
if you want.
to get the people's voice on what they're here for, and it's exactly 50-50 between cast Dota and podcast.
Well, that means we'll have to just do both. What
Exactly.
a shame, because we
What a
don't
terrible
normally do
shame.
that.
Wait, who said that, Blake?
I just ran a poll in Twitch.
What did the poll say?
Remaining.
It was 20 votes apiece on casting Dota versus podcasting.
Who voted on casting the Dota? What's wrong
They're
with
here
you?
for the dates. They're here for the exciting in-house dates.
Wait.
And who can blame them when they've got a Dave Yognaut techies coming up?
That's true. So Megalodon is not a dinosaur. It was around back then, though.
No, it's a shark, mate. Just because it was a dinosaur era doesn't mean everything was a fucking dinosaur.
Well, I thought it was. I thought it was just.
What are you talking
I
about?
thought it was just from that same era. It's the same
Check
sort of
your
thing.
intelligence quotient, son.
I didn't do well at school.
You're hired.
Thank you.
Crystal Maiden.
Megalodon, meaning big tooth. Whew, those scientists say they are a smart bunch.
they really. Well, I mean, dinosaur just means terrible lizard.
Yeah,
So
but big tooth is somehow even worse.
he's got the big tooth.
We'll
well,
call
we're gonna
him
find
Big Tooth. Extinct
10
species of
seconds
mackerel
remaining.
shark. Close relative of the great
5
white.
seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Nice jump, Alistair!
Yeah, it's fair.
Stegosaurus sounds like a fucking dinosaur. Is that a dinosaur?
I think Tyrannosaurus Rex is terrible lizard. And dinosaur
No,
means...
dinosaur's terrible lizard.
No, I don't think it
10
is.
seconds
It
remaining.
is.
I don't think you're right.
Well, look it up then, mate.
5 seconds.
I mean, Tyrannosaurus
remaining.
Rex sounds like something to do with king.
Yeah, that's to kings, mate.
Yeah.
Radiant team
How about you check yourself, chat, before you Shrek yourself?
I don't... I'm
Reserve time
doubting
now
myself.
0 seconds for a 23rd picture of period. They've
Wait, how did
missed
they go
a
down to
ban.
0? Oh, they missed a ban.
Yeah, they skipped a
Wow.
ban.
They have
Which means
somehow
they-
ended up with quite a decent draft.
They have got a. I like both of these. I think Axe is my biggest problem for We Love Anime. I think that hero is not the good.
Tyrannosaurus.
Tyrant King Lizard.
Tyrant King. That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
I
Yeah.
was moderately into dinosaurs as a kid, but I didn't really care.
I think I was more into space.
I was
But
much
I
more
like,
into
I like
space.
dinosaur. I like they're fair enough. I'm actually more interested in paleontology now than I was when I was younger.
I just my problem with it is it's unknowable.
5 seconds.
So much of it is unknowable.
Radiant team ban.
And it was so long ago, and I love looking at dinosaur bones, but I'm always like, that's incredible. I mean, the fact that these things are alive, yeah, it's amazing.
It's pretty hype.
But you don't really know much about them. I mean, it's all guesswork, and I get that. That's the job. It's hundreds millions of years ago. I get it. But I'm just saying, by the nature of it, I don't find it as
10
interesting
seconds remaining.
because it essentially they lived here for how long?
5
350 million
seconds
years or something. They were stomping around the earth or something
2
ridiculous
seconds.
like that.
1.
Radiant
Oh, the
team pick.
final second he picks Tusk.
And that's amazing, and I'm interested in it. But space is right there, right now.
I think
And
space is pretty
we
hype.
can look at
But
it.
They're both pretty hype.
They are, but one of them is the future, and one of them is the past. And as a forward-looking man,
one of them is actually the future and the past, but you know.
well, dinosaurs are coming back.
10
No.
seconds remaining.
I mean, I'm not ruling it out.
5
To be
seconds
fair,
remaining.
although I'm pretty sure dinosaurs would like not be able to survive on the atmosphere. after
No, our atmosphere's
they
changed.
lived in like 25% oxygen or something
Right,
like that.
so let's say that we wipe ourselves out. Terrible climate change. We have a massive heat wave,
yeah,
loads of CO2 in the atmosphere. Plant life goes crazy again, but we're lacking in oxygen. There's not going to be the same volcanic activity there was in the early days that pumped all this O2 into the atmosphere. Loads of CO2. The plants are going to eat a lot of it. Then they're going to pump out some O2 over time. Millions and millions of years go past. There's still life on Earth. Insect life, maybe some rats knocking about. What evolves out of that? Would we have a third age?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that the next pogging off lads are going to be the fucking octopuses and the squids. I'm just saying.
They have to
They're
survive.
smart.
though.
They got a load of arms and legs. I reckon they could maybe make the trip onto land. Get some
I'm not doubting that. I think that octopuses are right up there. Very, very, very smart. I think they're super smart. And the thing is, crabs have been around for a fucking long time. And there's not a wicked
there's a
smart
trend
crab.
in science where things keep evolving into crabs despite having no relations to crabs.
Like,
Carcinization, yeah. They're just a bunch of different species at random points have become crabs for seemingly no reason. And they just keeps coming up again and again. A species will just become a crab.
Really?
Yeah. It's a very well studied phenomenon. That
Things
crabs
turning
just
into
keep
crabs.
appearing. Oh yeah, they're just all
Here
over
we
the
go.
shop.
Is an example of convergent evolution in which a crustacean evolves into a crab. So they have to be crustaceans first.
Yeah, you're not having like a dog turning into a crab.
Right. It's like anything that I suppose it's the natural form for something
I think it is. It's a very defensive build, but can also like hunt.
Yeah, and you're partway there. You've got the crabby shell already. You're a crustacean.
Yeah.
Now you start to move about, and eventually you think, well, if I'm going to be moving and bumping into other ones, I'll need some big fucking claws.
So I think the only reason why things aren't there are things that
PFB!
aren't crabs.
PFB!
This is a PFB potential.
It's just they're leading with the wrong hero again.
Yeah.
Why is Lifestealer in the
Well.
front liner with the smoke?
And now
Oh, hello, and now he's going to die!
He's
the
fucking
stun
deep.
stack. Oh god, he's trapped.
This
though.
is the counter PFB classic.
This is a PFB counter gambit.
Let's
We
lead
do
with Lifestealer. Who would be best to start a fight? A lad with Ghoul Frenzy.
30 seconds
Yeah,
to
three
go.
quarters of strength.
slow if I get in range.
He's got 3 gloves on him. God bless him.
I believe that is section 2E from PFB handbook.
Paragraph 4, subsection 2, clause D.
Yeah.
Do not lead with
PFB,
Lifestealer.
PFB counter gambit dire edition.
However, I don't want to alarm fans of carcinization,
The battle
but there is also decarcinization, which is species moving away from the true crab form. Heretics!
What I mean, what I'm saying, Ted, is
Yeah.
evolution and that it's all about filling some sort of gap. So there's only so many crabs that there can be. If there's too many crabs in the kitchen, you might as well not be a crab. Go be a shrimp or something.
Well, too many crabs spoil the crab soup. Everybody knows that saying.
My personal vote for next dominant civilization, ants. I reckon the
That's fair.
answer on the up and up.
So
But
I love
just don't know
ants.
how they get up there.
I think the issue is they don't need to evolve. They're already perfect. They've been around for fucking ever, and they haven't had to change, and they already fit beautifully into the niche. Here's
I think
my
that is a good
gambit.
point.
Here's my gambit. Fungus, baby, fungus. Coming
What
up.
about them though? How far do they have to go to? They've got to change everything.
No problem.
I think part of what you said is actually really correct, Ted, in that a lot of species don't need hyper intelligence like we have to survive.
Yeah.
Like if the meteor didn't kill the dinosaurs and that, I don't think they would have eventually over time just got really smart.
No, they wouldn't.
Because they were pretty at the top of their game anyway.
They were doing
so
fine. We were definitively
we're just,
not.
I mean, I think for the first few 100,000 years when we were chilling with our slightly bigger brains, we kind of blowed, to be honest.
Oh, we were
just
shit.
sort of running around like scavenging fucking
Terrified.
berries and that.
Yeah.
Like,
Apparently we
weren't
were
that
we were feasting on the remains that the lions and all
Yeah.
the rest of it had
and
left.
they're fucking just eating bone marrow. Like that's not.
We
not
were just
great.
smart dogs. That's all we were,
Yeah.
really.
Border collies, is that what
Yeah.
you said?
Yeah.
But without even the skill of a border collie. But then we discuss someone. Ugh makes spear. What Ugg use spear for? Kill lion. No, Ugg. Lion very dangerous. Let's kill what lion kill, but we use spear. But Ugg cannot kill alone. Don't worry.
I love this idea that, you know, we go to heaven and we saw our ancestors, but it goes like all the way back.
Yeah.
You know, we
Hello,
get to meet Ugg and
me
see how
Mog.
Ugg's doing.
Hello, me Mog. Nice to meet. How long have you been up here for? Oh, time irrelevant in heaven. 10 million years.
I'd love to meet Ugg. I'd want to meet Ugg.
Still haven't really learned the language.
I want to go further back.
But then if you go down to hell, there's dark Ugg. You know, there's evil Ugg.
I don't think there is a hell. I was thinking about this the other day. Me and my mates were talking about it. I don't think there can be a hell. Because if there is a heaven, and my mum ended up in hell, this is no longer heaven. Actually, maybe it would be. But let's just... take your average person's mum, alright? Actually, I'm only joking. I love you, mum.
Are you basically saying that if anyone that you want to be in heaven ends up in hell, it's no longer heaven, so hell can't exist?
Exactly.
Nice job,
And
Alistair.
if by definition there's a divine creator who made all of us and loves all of us, because we're essentially all that creator's children, he would have to love us in order to create something like heaven in the first place. There's no reason to have a heaven. You don't need
Nice
it.
job,
If you're just
Alistair.
doing this to fuck around and find out and experiment, you don't need a heaven. Because as long as life continues on Earth and you somehow make sure that happens, the experiment continues. Your petri dish of life persists. So heaven
I
is
reckon
only
you
there
could-
if
you
you
could
really
pop down
like
for,
what you've made.
a day visit, you know? You can
No.
get a return ticket down to
No.
hell, pop down, see your mum. How you doing,
It
mum?
would be like going to see your mum. You were a billionaire. And you go see your mum and she's living on the street. You're like, hi, mum. Just wanted to pop by and say hi. She's like, oh, yeah,
pop by
sorry.
and say hello.
Don't mind the fiery pit I'm in.
I think the only thing with your hypothesis is if like heaven and hell is giga religious, and if you don't believe in the concept at all, you're going to hell.
Right.
Then anyone with your viewpoint would go immediately to hell.
Right, but I'm saying that there is no need for that. I don't think
Well,
any.
I mean,
I don't
that's
think.
up to you, mate. That's up to big God.
Right, but here's what I'm saying. I don't think there would be any religious viewpoint because the moment, and I don't want to bait any religious people into an argument here, but the point is, it doesn't make sense for him to be like, you believe the wrong religion, because your argument would be, what chance did I have? I grew up in that religion. My parents were that religion.
Just some Buddhist monk. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mate.
Like, what the fuck am I meant to do? This was all I ever knew and all I was ever taught.
This is why you need to believe in all of them. And then you can like a
Baz!
choice between hotels. You know, there'll be an app when you die. You just flick through. Oh, I think I'd like to stay there. Go
So
for that
here's
one.
what I came up with.
Nice
Everyone
job,
goes.
Alistair.
Obviously, that means Hitler is in heaven, right? So that doesn't work
Yeah,
for a lot of
but
people.
he grows. He learns.
Exactly. So the point is that we are all essentially capable of being good people that can get by with others. Whatever damage has been done to people to make them essentially evil can be undone. And given that you've got an eternity to do it, why give up on any soul? So you would say everyone gets in, but there are layers to it. the more problematic people who are assholes in life go to not purgatory, but another bit of hell, which is more heavily staffed by angels, or whatever the equivalent is. So, for example, it would be like a classroom for the kids who need extra help. You have angels there, and God spends a bit more time there saying, like, we're streaming heaven. I'm streaming it the same way they do classrooms. I'm saying, listen, you had real trouble with the whole morality thing, the whole not killing people thing. I've looked at your life history. You were badly damaged. You had a lot of shit happen to you. We understand how you got there. We don't agree with your conclusions, but we're going to help you come to a better conclusion. That's what I'm saying. So naturally...
So what you're saying is reincarnation is only for bad people. They get a second try, second go.
No reincarnation. None of that. You're making that's another soul that you're getting rid of. Dave tried to help there, and it's going to pay the ultimate price. Oh no, the creeps!
I reckon idea for heaven is based on microtransactions. If you collect enough heaven points, you can get like
I'd love that. Video game your way into heaven.
Day on Earth, or you can get some benefit in heaven.
You get to go have a cup of coffee with Ugg.
You can get loot crates.
So you're talking about the social credit score they've got in China, essentially.
Yes, but exactly.
Yeah, but I'm saying it'd be pretty neat. All I'm saying is I'd like to just have that, just play the game.
It's a very exciting fight for Pog
Heaven
Daddy
needs microtransactions.
Yes, shit!
Dave. It's not
I think
gonna
he's
do much, but
dead
enjoy
once
it.
again.
Oh, unlucky. Either way, that's my take
when
on
you
heaven.
die, you get summed up on how well you did in life. You get your starting score.
No,
that you can
doesn't
spend
work.
as you go through.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you
No,
have a
because
credit rating as you
if
go
you
in.
if you
Yeah,
came
yeah.
from let's say you were born into a really rich family and they raised you right and you did all kinds of good stuff. Congratulations, you
Yeah,
started.
but there's a curve, mate. There's a curve.
There can't be a curve.
There is.
Shit! They're
That's
gonna
how
fight
it
Jonnyboi
works.
Most
here.
exciting fight of all time in the top 10, by the way.
I'm watching it.
This has just been a constant battle for 2 minutes straight. Look, Pog Daddy's back.
Pog
He's
Daddy's
diving
in.
again. I think this time he'll get his prize.
I don't know. He's so slow, but he doesn't
He
blink.
is. Oh, but Alfredo doesn't have a quelling blade. He can't
Oh.
juke. Oh no! Fucking
Oh
Mars is
my
up there.
god! Oh!
Yes, Dave.
So I don't think that works because no point system. You can't measure it that way because otherwise people do good things for the reward, which is not a good thing. If it's just because you're going to get rewarded in heaven, that's not cool.
Well, how about everyone just starts out at 0 and then it's blank slate from heaven?
But then that implies that in heaven you're going to have people doing shitty things, which means it would not be heaven.
No, but
All I'm saying
you do
is-
like a day's waitering for the rest of heaven. You get a few points, and then you
What?
can spend some days not waiting.
So,
I reckon that works about
I have to
perfectly.
be a fucking waiter for a bunch of rich dead people in
Yes,
order to
that
get
is
treated well in
exactly
heaven.
right.
I
Well, that's
wonder
what-
how
that's what
you
the Catholics-
arrived at that.
That's exactly what the
Blake.
Catholics used to do. You pay a bunch of money, and you go into heaven with your money points set up ready to go.
Exactly my
All
point. I think
sins
they're
forgiven.
wrong.
I think they were spot
What
on.
I'm saying is heaven is not perfect because you can't go back to Earth. So if that's something you wanted to do, it might be good to have some
Right,
sort of money system
but
in place.
here are the benefits to being in the afterlife. This is what I'm saying. It turns out you get free reign over the entire universe to fly around and observe things. You don't get to experience stuff directly, but you can go and look at every planet, every star, every solar system, everything. And you have infinity to do it. You can go down and look at anything happening on Earth, and you can travel to any point in time and space. So you could go and look at the very first moment that life formed on Earth and finally have that answer. You
Oh,
can
me and
find
Ugg
out.
can go watch his life.
You can go
See how
watch
it went.
Ugg's life from start
No,
to
I
finish.
love
life. Go
Ugg
watch
would
how
be
he
like,
died tomorrow.
don't watch next 5 minutes. Ugg see, very attractive woman, very good looking.
Yeah, I reckon
have to
quite
go
a
to
lot of people
cave.
are just going to be watching porn.
Yeah,
th-
so
throughout this
that's all
this
censored
episode.
if you want it to be. You could be like, leave out all the wanking and all the porn. We get it. It's heaven. We know we all did it. God doesn't have a problem with it. He wouldn't have made it possible if it was a problem. So that's just a part of it. And then we'll just watch your life. Here, Ugg best moment. Smash Mog head in with rock to get biggest bone.
It's a highlight.
keep
Feel bad
watching
about
the
it now.
YouTube-
Feel
YouTube
bad.
compilations of
Ugg's
Ugg's best
monster
moments.
moment. I think we've got it sorted out, folks.
I'm just saying, I think that when people ask how can there be a heaven because what would it look like, That's what I think. It has to be more like that.
So you're just a ghost, just a little lad.
Is under attack.
I mean, so long as I can play Dotes with the lads, I've not got that
You
much.
watch the lads
absolutely
playing
can.
Dotes.
Middle tower
You
is
can
under
watch the lads
attack.
playing Dotes. You can go back and watch.
To be
your-
fair, I reckon, you know, God can just create, you know, a Greg for me just to play Dotes.
Is under attack.
Now, can you make the nose a little bit bigger? It doesn't seem realistic right now.
I have tried, but even I cannot make a nose that big. This is really getting away from the green team. And let me say this, I thought we were going to split up
Dire's top tower
some of
has
these
fallen.
lads, but it seems a little wonky.
Well, what they've done
Oh, they
is
put
they've
Pog
tried
Daddy
stepping
against
into
them.
game. They've tried to step into game 2. And Bonnie Joy and Gigachi Pog Daddy were game 3 champions, but in the talents of game 2 have just crushed them. Plus, they banned Sanking. And as you can see, Pog Daddy not on Sanking. Not very good player.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They have they kind of fucking destroyed them.
What is Dave doing? What the
They are
fuck
actually
is
just running
Dave
around the
doing?
map as 5 people. So
Pretty funny.
they are letting the other heroes on Radiant get a lot of farm, which is the
Yeah,
downside.
which
of the-
heroes would those be?
And that is Axe right now. He's farming the entire enemy jungle,
Radiant's
and Lifestealer
courier
going to
has been
mid.
killed.
Right, like their net worths will catch up quite quickly.
Yeah,
for this
but
fight.
Bonnie
What
Joy
is
keeps
Bonnie
doing
Joy
shit like
doing?
this.
But then you have Bonnie Joy just kind of being chilling.
What a
Oh,
player.
Epic Doom! Well done, lads.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We could theoretically get a 322 or a 420. They're still both on the cards.
Radiant's bottom tower.
420 seems reasonably likely.
I
Though
think,
it's actually pretty hard for Radiant to get 2 kills, I think.
I think
Yeah, it
2-3-3 seems more likely at this point. He's got
That would be-
he's got the
that would be
worst
impressive.
axe set in the world. I respect that. He's got the naked axe, but then he just stuck the worst
Isn't
fucking
this
set on his
the
head.
isn't this the fucking Slack set?
What
Naked
the-
Axe with hood and nappies on or something like that?
It does feel very slacks. It looks so
And he's got a
terrible.
blink dagger on his hip.
He's got Blink Dagger with his little axe
Dagger.
underwear.
Bottom tower is under attack.
His underwear does say axe on it, by
Yeah.
the way, for anyone wondering, which is my favourite thing about
I reckon
this.
that's a good costume to go at Halloween. Completely naked.
If you had the
with an
body for it.
executioner's an executioner's
Hood!
what am I gonna say? Hood.
Yeah.
Hood and a dagger just sellotaped to your thigh.
Here comes Bonnie Joy for attempt number 3 in the bot lane.
Larry Llama.
Larry Llama doesn't seem to be a gamer, I will say that. In fact, Larry Llama
is
is
Dave
fucking
doing?
dead.
Larry dead?
Is this
Larry?
Cool Llama?
No, I don't
No,
believe
Cool
so.
Llama was last game on the Lifestealer.
So who
This is Larry
the
Llama,
Llama?
his
His evil
challenged
alter
younger
ego.
brother.
Oh, hello.
Dave is fucked.
Bap.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Larry Llama. The only friend I recognise on his friends list is KJ.
Larry is Cool's little bro, says Grumpy.
Who? Oh, Cool Llama.
So, Cool, are you,
Okay.
Grumpy, is that confirmed true, or are you making it up?
Larry is a lovely lad. I'm sure he is.
How
But
old
he's
is Larry?
shit.
That's not true, says ScienceWhizBen.
I mean, the only person I saw on his friends list was KBJ, so...
Yeah, but we're weird to not have your brother on your friends list.
A known fact, says Grumpy.
Larry in trouble once again! No, he's not. He's away.
Epic Doom is
He
terrible.
might get caught here. Oh, that was close.
He's bullying poor Larry.
Look, Larry's having a rough one, but I believe in the comeback.
Oh, Daddy's got the blink now.
I'm more worried about this Clinks' game. Look at him just wandering around the map with a Dragon Lance and
Yeah,
Javelin.
he's almost as far as Miles. Larry again finding himself exposed. That's quite nice though. Where's the call? There it is!
Oh, it's a 3-man, but
Duck.
it's just not. Oh, there is
Get in
damage
there,
coming
lads.
through.
Oh, we got 421.
We had 421. We had 421. Are
Both of
you
them.
fucking kidding me?
Was there a millisecond where we were on 420 though?
I think there was, yeah.
almost counts.
I think it does.
Well, it does. We had it. We had it. Well, Johnny's having a great game. Good on you. He's
Well,
won.
he is in
boy.
Struggle City right now.
He doesn't understand what farm is.
He's
I would go one further and say he doesn't understand what Dota is, but yes. Bird inbound.
I knew it was 321, then... Oh, no, he's right. It was 321, then 440. Oh, not 440.
Larry's also been unable to confirm that he is Cool Llama's younger brother. I think because he was dying when you typed that and he missed it.
Yeah.
But let's just
Larry!
assume he is and roll with it.
It was 321, then 441. Squiggle, that doesn't make sense.
Squiggle has had too many bevies.
Action Dan complaining about this Mars player's spear. Dan, I'm pretty sure we've seen you play Mars. It's fucking abysmal, mate.
I will say the Dire are going for the double Deso, which I never recommend. They're farming it on Epic Doom on the Mars, and they're farming it on Tusk.
I don't care about it. Hog Daddy with a call.
So
I don't
no
care for the
backup.
simple reason that you might be hitting 2 different targets. Job done. Who cares?
Radiant's middle tower
True.
is under attack.
Plague said the 41 thing, Flax, says Laughing Puck. Alright. Who cares? Everyone trying to tell on Plague. Plague is a valued member of this stream.
Snitch on me, you bitches.
That's Sarah Beth's job.
Are you closing in on the quarter life crisis, Plague?
Radiant's middle tower
Quarter life crisis.
Yeah, I'm almost at the quarter life crisis.
Fucking
You're right.
Zoomers come up with anything.
I'm pretty sure that's a millennial invention.
Yeah, scum. Oh, a quarter life crisis. I'm fucking 47 next month. I had a heart operation 2 years ago. I'm allowed to have a crisis.
I think the most brutal thing of all time was Mum saying, "Yeah, we have 2 old lads with 2 48-year-olds in our Call of Cthulhu game." I think that really hit you.
Brutal. He's you know, old, elderly.
He did say
48.
elderly at fucking
Elderly at
50.
48. Because he was talking about giving them maybe debuffs on combat because of how old they are. The same age as you.
I'm not necessarily convinced Mutton has met a 50-year-old.
He almost has. He's met
Well,
one.
yeah, that's true.
40 isn't even old. I wish I was 40. I'm the wrong end of 40. I'm nearly 50. Before you know it, I'll be 50. That's how it was when I turned 40. I had my first child when I was 33. And I thought, I'm going to live forever. And now I'm 47 and I'm like, I'm going to die soon. So,
One of the interesting things about the Triforce, Ted, is on the first episode, you talk about it being your 40th birthday in a couple weeks.
wow.
And now, what is it? You're 47 now, or
I'm 47 in March.
47 in March.
Yeah.
I better not fall off.
March 29th. It's on my Yogs wiki page, so it's public knowledge. Send me presents. Please. Sarah's sending me a
Johnny's in
present.
a little bit of trouble.
Not a birthday
Jonnyboi
present.
is really, he's just blowing it.
I think the gameplay that Clinks provides is not Bonnie Joy's specialty. It's not
What a fucking comment from Paragon, by the way.
What?
Will you be retiring from Dota or playing / casting till you die?
Only one way to see behind the eyes.
Wow. I said, Johnny, mate, maybe go back to game 3. And he said, trust in the drafting skills.
Dire's middle
I don't know what I'm
Right.
going to do until I die, believe it or not.
I know Sheep is looking to move on from Dota there,
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
or at very least from streaming it. You know, she's got her VTuber thing coming up. So
Oh
she's,
my god, is she really?
Yeah, she's got a VTuber.
gonna
She's got
unfollow.
a Twitter account for it.
Unfollowed.
Trouble. Larry's fine.
Larry Llama's been
Larry's
caught.
dead. Larry's no longer fine.
I'm really feeling for Larry
think it's
Llama.
fair
Something
enough
about the
to
name
move on
makes
from
him
Dota.
very sort of
Hi,
empathetic.
Larry
you know?
Llama here.
Larry Llama's just doing his best around the map, and he's been bullied by Bird and Alfredo der Analtorpedo.
He
It's a
does.
hard life.
It does feel like a name of someone who would try and sell you something from JML or whatever.
Oh, they got a kill on the
They have
Drow
got Drow.
Ranger.
A big kill for Pog Daddy.
And
but-
Johnny. Saseb doing great work here. I don't know what he can't click Dave because of the disarm.
They are going to get away with that one a little bit.
Eri added some facts about me on Wikipedia. Is that right?
Or trouble.
I don't think. Oh, I'm
Whoa!
really worried. I was worried about Bird punching it there.
Let me see what did Eri add about me?
That was ages ago. Like,
Is this the
three-
Ted has
three
noted that
pages
his
of
inspiration in
fun.
life and role model for much of his success was former Top Gear presenter Jeremy Clarkson? Ted is a huge fan of the Hearts of Iron series, with number 4 being his favourite. I love Hoy with the Lads, _PFlax. Ted is a fan of Japanese animations, brackets anime, and frequently watches shows with his daughters. Are those yours ones, Eri? Very good, mate.
That's got to be someone else. He's saying no. I thought his one had Bleepo in it.
Oh, Bleepo is my son? God. I mean, the notable quotes are, I have dick fingers. I mean,
When did you
Adam,
say
you're
that
such
one?
a fucking bellend,
Yeah,
mate.
I mean that's got to be.
But
That's
like,
gonna be more present.
so he's a burger. Get his teeth, and I have dick fingers. Must be from someone who's only.
He's a burger.
I think it must have come from one playthrough I did of a game called The Forest with Hannah about 6 years ago, where we played it one time, and I think it was one, maybe 2 videos, and clearly whoever does the wiki had only ever seen that.
Well, I mean, you say he's a burger all the time. What are you talking?
I say he's a burger. It's what I'm known for. It's my
I mean,
wubba lubba dog.
if
The fact that
your
Pazzibo's
quote
not
to
on
me
there is greatly
it's got to be.
disappointing.
You got to have Adam. You got to have. I've seen you play. Your shit.
I think cock would be a good one to go.
Alfredo
Gazebo.
What is it for?
Radiant's top
Cast your spells, lads. Please, lads, cast your spells. Hello and welcome to PFlax's
I would
Guide
definitely put. Right, Gibson. That's it. You're out of the Even though it happened once, it's
One
just
time.
iconic enough.
It's pretty iconic. His reaction was like, what?
I put that on the card for Gibson's wedding present. Was the full copy bastard? Like Gibson, he's got out of the stack.
Did you what like handwritten?
No, it's the one. You know when we
Calligraphy,
got the
mate.
champagne from the NHU.
Oh, okay.
You can
yeah,
attach a message to that. And it was
I put something I can't remember what, but I thought you meant on the the actual card where you have to sign your name.
no. Bonnie Joy's in trouble. Where's Axford? Pog Daddy's waiting to
Llama's
steal
in.
Aegis.
Yes, Pog Daddy. Oh,
There's the
Aegis.
It's there. It's on the ground.
Pog Daddy got it.
Where are you going, Pog Daddy?
The comeback's actually on.
Oh my god, triple dunk? Oh, he doesn't matter. Oh my god, he's actually doing it.
Woo! Oh, what a dodge from Bird! Holy shit.
The comeback is actually on. We doubted Bonnie Joy, even though he's done nothing.
He's also the only one of this team that died.
Yeah, he's shit talking the most as well.
Yeah.
Gotta respect the grind.
You see what he said before that fight?
Second biggest comeback since I licked mine off your mum's face, Bird. Just you. Wait. And then he misspelled
Jesus
yogurt.
Christ.
Silence, yogurt.
Lifestealer just died to the tower.
Why would he lick his own cum off someone's mum's face? That's disgusting.
Yeah, that is pretty disgusting. I don't
Just,
even like Dowser.
I mean, if he'd
Don't
said
even like
something
self.
like greatest comeback since your mum licked my cum off your dad's face, then that's a real.
Jesus! That's certainly a graphic image. Is that in one of your vids you have stored on your
PFlax's Guide to Losing Friends.
Oh.
They are in range to see Jonnyboi as well.
Sam with the anti-juke.
That's
Very good. Sam had 4 stuff. I don't know if he'd already used it.
No, he already used it.
He'd attempted to escape. But,
Ted, your comment is not not attracted good responses.
I don't give a shit.
What?
I mean, look, chat. I'm just building on what went before. You can't blame me for it.
Put that on the wiki. Put that on the wiki. Can someone actually get that as a full quote?
just put that in notes next year. I reckon people would buy that.
I was just trying to make this better, and I think I did.
It's sorry. It would be like if his mum licked his.
I
cum
said
off his dad's
greatest
face.
comeback since your mum licked my cum off your dad's face.
Do we need to linger on this one for so long?
It's got a bit of a poetry to it.
Yeah.
They are diving
Oh my
a
god,
bit
here
here.
he goes.
It's on high ground. We are strong, possibly.
Bold Daddy does have an Aegis nose. No, he does. He does. Have
He
Aegis.
does have Aegis.
Oh
He's
yes.
coming back up.
Oh shit, that is a scuffed suicide from Dave. I don't know what Llama's doing in the back.
Hog Daddy's gonna be all alone in a second. Oh, the dunk!
Oh no, he's good enough.
Dave had bombs there, but didn't use it. Look, this is a mature stream. You have to be 18 or over to be on this stream. If you don't like people talking about coming on your dad's face and then your mum licking it up, I'm
Not
just saying.
your dad, someone else's dad.
One's dad.
A dad.
A dad. If you're like, I don't want to watch this anymore, it's too gross.
Oh,
Grow.
he does!
He gets the kill, he gets the
Calamity Sam
That's
gets
a
godlike.
10 streak for Sam.
Check wiki while it lasts, for God's sake.
I don't think they check that page too often.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I just think it's funny.
Is there a
Oh shit!
it is there. Greatest comeback into your mum. Try and come off your dad's face.
He's
No-
got
no
American Pike in
force stuff?
second. He's BKB, so he can't be forced off by his teammates.
He's dead. Woo!
Someone has added Adam to such a fucking bellend, mate, as well.
I was already on there.
Was it?
Yeah,
Alright.
I think Eri had added
I
it.
do think something to do with the Regoose should be on there. That's like your most relevant cultural contribution
Even
to the world
though,
of gaming.
I'll be honest with you, I feel I have seen it used in competitive casts, but only by.
I was watching
specific-
Quinn's stream the other day, and he was saying, "Hey guys, we need to Regoose on this high ground."
Really?
Yeah.
That and Delta Split, PFlax originals. You're welcome.
Do you reckon those sort of accolades can get you on like Big Brother?
No, sadly.
You ever heard of Delta Split? Oh yeah.
What about if you had to lick the cum? Oh yeah, no, I heard that.
guy.
Yeah, I heard that. one,
Yeah. You're that guy. Oh yeah, of course you can.
I thought someone made that up in prison. No, I made it up. I was just watching a video game. It just came to me. Very good, mate. Yeah, very good. Puns are knifeable in prison, though. Oh no, fair. I'd love to be the daddy of a prison wing. Anyone that makes a pun gets not shanked in the showers. It'd be like Twitch chat rules, but with more jugging and knifing.
Now, if any of your kids' mates look you up on Wikipedia, they're recruited by that.
Now they know. Now they know. Oh yeah. Someone said something terrible to me at school today. Oh really? What was it? Oh no, I don't know. I didn't come up with that, darling. No, I don't know. Oof. Only a very, very bad man would have come up with something like that. What have we got on Bird? Is going for the bick a bit. Is close.
They are. This game is closer than it looks, right? By hook or by crook, Bonnie Joy has ended up with quite a lot of cash currency.
You think I could get on the I'm a Celebrity? You may be a good lad, NPR, but you're a simple one. Let's look at.
What level of internet celebrity would be able to get on
a TV show? Ninja is the only one.
I mean, I've seen
KSI and shit like that.
Yeah, guys that are well known.
They're like people who are people outside of.
All right, do you want to
I'm
hear?
talking like pure video games.
So this is the most recent series of I'm a Celebrity. This is series 22, believe it or not. Jill Scott, former England footballer. Owen Warner, Hollyoaks actor. Matt Hancock, right? The MP. Mike Tyndall, former England rugby player. Sean Walsh, a stand-up comedian. Chris Moyles. Everybody knows Chris Moyles. Babatunde Elishe. I don't know who that is. Boy George, obviously. Sue Cleaver, don't know who that is. She was on Corrie. Scarlett Douglas. Don't know who that is. She was in A Place in the Sun. Charlene White. ITV News and Loose Women. And Olivia Atwood, don't know who that is. She was on it as well. Can you imagine if it said Ted Forsyth? People are like, well, he must be Bruce Forsyth's son. That's the only way he would have
Or
gone
maybe
there.
something more minor. But yeah, like Zoella's brother was on Strictly.
Zoella Benjamin.
No. Maybe. I don't know her second name.
Oh no, this is terrible.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Never mind, what a silence, holy shit. What a grave as well. Getting
This
burned
is a
out.
disaster. This is quite alright. They've done it well. There's a death on Epic Doom, but we can get some wrecks.
You heard Sue Gon was on I'm a Celebrity? Interesting status. As in, Sue Gon D's nuts.
You gotta be a bit more creative than that.
Someone spelled strictly, like with a C and a K.
Strictly.
Strictly.
Strictly come danking.
Strictly come ganking. That's what Greg should be on.
They should make a Dotes reality TV show.
Strictly come ganking. Yeah.
This is Ted Forsyth, famous for what was the quote again?
You know that
That quote,
at
we
some
all know
point
it.
there's gonna be like an Office style, really shit esports gaming house reality TV show, or even like a sitcom, an esports sitcom.
There was I remember there was an episode of something, and Kev was in it. Like Purge was in it as a caster. I think it was like either a what is it called? Criminals. Womp womp. What's that? Meh, meh. Crime
What are you
victims. Meh, meh. That's the noise. Wah, wah. Looks like this guy is gonna go to jail. Meh, meh. And then it would cut to the next scene. You all know what I mean.
I only know like NCIS, Law and Order. That's what.
Law
people
and
say.
Order. There we go. I'm pretty sure Kev was in an episode of Law and Order as a Dota caster.
Did they need him for like the establishing?
No, he had to cast. He was like saying so and so's going in here and blah blah blah, and then it was something like.
I know, but was that like like they have to like show the crime at the start or whatever?
Yeah, he wasn't in the crime. He was just in the background, like setting the scene for it being an esports thing. Anyway, if Kev was in something. I can't remember what it was. It was something like that.
I wonder what the trope esports player was like in that in the episode they did.
Hunched.
Some guy with a
hunched troll.
a flat back cap on backwards.
I just love games.
Yeah. Dave dead.
I don't care about anything but games. I'm a gamer.
Oh, BKP is.
Yeah, I don't know about
strong
that. I think you were
reaction.
fine, bud. You got a dazzle, remember? Dazzle going for the wind, wanker! Slacks
He knows
with
his
the keyboard.
anti-axe tech.
Yeah, that's all you needed to do the first time in BKB. Just siege it. So this is the worst feeling. You're stuck on the high ground, you've lost a player because they were a goon and got caught out, and they're just chipping away.
They are, however, not getting Roche.
He was on a TV show
Could be a
called
blunder.
Bull back in 2017. I never heard of it, for sure.
Bull.
Bull.
Bull crap. Bird is probably being a little too aggressive for a man with no BKB. Oh, here comes Epic Doom though. He's in. There's no way for him to get Bonnie Joy out, I don't think.
It's a big
Call on the back.
Oh, he misses the dunk.
This is decent from Calamity Sam. He gets one. Larry the Llama is in.
They get drow.
You don't have shard.
Axe buyback as well. They have to leave.
Nice. No dunk available, but they do slay.
That was not good.
You two, follow me.
When Bull helps a professional esports video game player accused of throwing a championship game sue his former team manager for defamation, his trial strategy is to prove his client is a compulsive winner who is psychologically incapable of losing on purpose. That's the summary of the episode. Starring Kevin Purge Godek as commentator number 2.
If you were on MasterChef, what would be your like, when they like, you're going to be making this today, what would be your go-to?
Ted Forsyth is a stay-at-home dad from Twickenham who dabbles in gaming and heavy drinking. He will be making a cider-infused can of Magners.
Oh, here comes the.
Oh,
my
what
God.
a play!
Wow, where we
Oh,
were!
Dave. No,
He
Dave.
denied it!
He
He
denied
denied it! What a player!
happened? What are
These
they
have been
doing?
the most exciting Roche fights for many in-house, I'd say. That's
Yeah.
2 stolen attempts in 2 Roches.
Amazing. Bast
Yeah, 'cause we can't-
is probably one of the most improved in-house players of recent
I think
years.
so.
He's just
He's
playing
a very
Snap by, mate.
solid
This
gamer now.
fucking hero is just crazy.
Snap is good. Even I can do well on Snap. That's how busted this hero is.
Oh, and do you know who's least improved this game? It's Jonnyboi. He's got the taste of
You know,
game
he's
2
had
now.
to learn that game 2's it's a new territory. You know? He's got to
It's like,
reestablish
you know,
himself.
fucking Rotherham coming up to the Premier League. It's just gonna go poorly.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Could call GG at this point, but Larry the Llama still believes.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
Wait for late game. I'm going to say it, and Greg's not going to like it. Johnny's funnier than Greg is.
Oh, yes, Dave!
Greg's got classic younger brother syndrome. When you have a go at him, he gets upset. You have a go at Johnny, he just gives it back. As an older sibling, I'm going to say right now, older siblings are much better than younger siblings.
Okay, then.
Radiant's
Okay.
middle tower.
You got an older brother, Ashwin?
Yeah, you've seen him in my videos.
Yeah, I didn't know he was older or younger.
Well, I guess he's ditched the facial hair, so I guess I look potentially better.
Oh, that was a shite spear by Epic Doom. Properly shit one.
Oh,
my
shit!
God.
The blink in!
I don't think anyone was expecting. I don't even know if Pog Daddy was expecting that blink in.
He's dead.
He is dead.
Oh,
Go on, Johnny, mate.
Almost impressive.
yes, Dave. Dave's gone for this BKB again. We said for 1 week this
I know,
Dave
we've
BKB was
ruined him.
Pog, and now all he does
No,
is
he
go
thinks
BKB.
it's actually good every game.
I
That's
mean,
why he doesn't even
what
have
a
an
play
Aether
from
lens.
Dave.
He doesn't even have
What
an
a
Aether lens, he
BKB.
just has a BKB.
So, my theory about middle siblings, that is another nice grave. My theory about middle siblings is, very simply, if you're a younger sibling, you start off in life with someone bigger than you, better than you at everything, and generally smarter, stronger, able to go out
Jonnyboi.
by themselves early. Everything that they do before you. So you're number 2 always, which can either break you or make you. It can either make you think, I'm going to do better than this older sibling idiot of mine, or I will let it break me and I will become a shell of a person. I think a middle sibling has that feeling, then along comes an actual baby, and they're suddenly the older one to one. So being in the middle is like, you don't know what you are. You have to define yourself, because you're both things. You're the older and younger sibling at the same time. The duality of man. And the problem is that can leave one confused and lost. You can no longer fall back on, but I'm the baby, because you're not. So you've got to make something of yourself, or you can just vanish and nobody cares. Middle children get forgotten all the time. They get forgotten, trust me. I know plenty of people with a third child second child, who knows what they're up to? They're just off. Because the older one is doing their own thing and doing interesting stuff, and you can hang out with them. The younger one is a baby, so you've got to be there for them. The middle one, yeah, they're alright.
Hope your younger daughter isn't listening.
She knows. No, I will say this: both my kids are incredibly different, and I am still stuck on the argument of nature versus nurture. How much of who you are is just who you are, and how much of it is your first few formative years when you can talk and understand the world. Like, there was that TikTok of kids when they suddenly achieve consciousness, and they're sort of at play group, ba-ba, boo-ba, and then something's like bing, and they can see everything. And there is a moment when they suddenly start asking, like, it comes on very quickly. They suddenly start asking about tomorrow, and they start planning things, and they start doing things, and you suddenly realize that they have achieved that level of sentience beyond the dog, you know, where they just eat and poop and sleep, and they don't really know what's going on. Suddenly, they recognize people, they anticipate things, and they've achieved some kind of sentience. So it is quite interesting to see. But my youngest has been who she is pretty much from the get-go. Like, from a very young age until now, her character has really not changed. The same for my eldest. So even though they've been through similar things and had similar experiences, and went to the same schools even. Oh my god, dude.
Epic Doom is fucking terrible.
Well, I mean, there's probably a sort of effect of.
Oh, it's a big call. Both Dazzle and Drow, but
Yeah,
the
got
Guardian
the
Greaves are too
greaves
strong.
Oh, that's a nice dunk.
All I'm saying is
You
that
just cannot hit it. Fucking
I
spear
don't
same
like
time.
the argument of, oh, it's a bit of both. I think that's too weak. I think one of them has to be more dominant than the other. Way! And my money is on nature being the stronger.
I think
kids.
regarding what you said about she's never been any different to when she first was able to be like that, you've never tried to direct her in any way in those regards.
No, but so if we say,
however she's more likely to tend to do that more in her life.
Right, but so let's imagine that I had directed her to be a certain way. I think that most people who are constrained from their nature, and we've seen this throughout human history, the way people are is the way they want to be. And once you get to a certain age, and you have agency, you become that person who you want to be. The person that you think you are, that is who you are. Regardless of how you were brought up. I think there is a lot to be said for people just being who they are. So, for example, when she was very little, she noticed that her sister's cup was empty, so she gave her some of her juice. That would never have occurred to my eldest. My eldest would have been like, lol, you're out of juice. Ha ha ha. To my youngest, she will share her juice. That is just who she is. I didn't tell her to do it. I didn't give her extra rewards for being nice. I've tried to raise them both to be good people and to share things. It didn't take with my eldest particularly, but with my youngest, she is just like that. She's very thoughtful. She's very empathetic. She thinks about other people. You can't teach that. That's just who she is. But then my eldest will do stuff. The thing is with my eldest is she is very, very sweet, but she hates anybody knowing about it. She's like a cactus. She's incredibly prickly on the outside. I don't know who she gets it from, but she gives off this kind of, very gruff, grumpy exterior. But inside, she's actually quite a softie. For example, I don't know if you guys know this story. Did I tell you about the Tooth Fairy?
Yeah, I know about this one.
You know that story. So that summed up the fact that when she did that, I was like, okay, she is actually very sweet.
I think that is a classic elder younger sibling scenario in that they do deep down actually care about each other, but it's just like
it's very adversarial.
It takes someone actually getting hurt before you realize that I don't want to treat this person like this. What am I doing?
And I mean, I know I used to fight with my sister a lot, but if anyone messed with her, I would step in. And I remember when we were little, I would have been about 7, she would have been about 3 or 4. There was another kid on our block, this was in the States, who was like bullying her, and he chased her into the house, and I remember throwing open the back door and seeing him there on his little bicycle and charging him. and I was going to pummel the fuck out of him. And he legged it home as hard as he could and slammed the door. And I was like banging on the door and shouting. I remember that very, very, very distinctly. Now, me and my sister fought a lot when we were younger, but she's still family. And I think in a weird way, even my eldest would step in and be like, back the fuck off, that's my sister. Like, it is a weird thing. You do have that connection. But sometimes she does take it on herself to do something really sweet for her sister. And I'm like, could you please do that more? Because it would make my life so much easier. But it's hard. It's hard. Here we go. Game 3. This is where the real players come out.
Also, the real podcasting. I think we've gone very hard on the podcasting
It's
so
been
far.
good. We've cast that
so
game.
this can only be even harder.
I mean, all I'm saying is, we cast the big moments in that game, but what
We
do you
did.
want?
There weren't really many big moments.
No.
It was mostly Johnny Dang. I think we've had some very, very useful talks.
Yeah.
We've learned that Plague is not going to have kids till 45.
Which is fine. I mean, if it works for you, I'm just a forewarning. I mean, I know Sips is always saying that having 3 kids, he was like super up for it, and now that the reality has hit him, he's like, fuck me, this is a lot of work. And it is. The thing is, now we're in our 40s, and it feels even worse. When I was 33, that's not that much older than being in your 20s. It's like 4 years off. And you're like up for anything, you can stay up, you can just do it. And you don't have that absolutely bone deep tiredness you get when you're nearly 50. Where I'm just like, if I had a baby now, I would be so happy. I'd be absolutely over the moon to have a baby. But every night I'd be praying that I died. Because it'd be so much hard work. Please, God, take me now. This is so hard.
I mean, another thing for Sips is that he's literally just had to be dealing with a baby for like the last 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Just in a fucking relay race.
It's hard. It is hard. Like, the fun thing is now with the girls, they're old enough, I mean, 11 and 14, that they basically just do their own stuff, really. Whereas the fatigue from having a baby, it is unbelievable. When they're just screaming. It's 6 months. It's like, you get that for dangerous driving. It's that long. Just fucking screaming, and you don't get any sleep. You don't get any rest. You cannot plan a day around anything other than the baby. I mean, the payoff is unbelievable, but it is such hard work. It is really hard work. And I know a lot of couples who absolutely went to the fucking wall onto whether they were going to make it, because it's so much pressure. And it's stupid to say, because it's like everybody manages this. There's fucking 8-something billion of us. So it is possible. Trust me. You can do it. But it is really, really hard work. Teenagers is hard in a different way. Teenagers is having a teenager and a nearly teenager. The difference is the emotional toll it takes on you. But drinking helps with that. Whereas it doesn't help having to get up at 2 a.m. Everyone wonders why middle-aged people drink so much. Children. Right there. It's children. It's kids. Having kids.
I don't think you can call it an emotional glow up, Harry. I think it's just getting a bit older. Everyone's a knob when they're a teenager.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
You're going
through a lot.
That's the one thing I actually really like teaching.
Nice
But the
job,
one thing that
Alistair.
stops you doing it is the
Seal
fact that
date
teenagers
just
are fucking
resubbed for
melons.
35 months. In
Thank you for the
HOOSE.
sub. I mean, the only thing I would say is having kids now has given me a lot more empathy for people that fuck up. Because I'm generally, especially if they're young.
Well, I mean, I don't think that has carried through to your morning dose.
Not when it comes to
I must say.
Dota. But most of the people they dote with are old enough to know better. That's the thing. Like, they're grown adults. But certainly when I read news stories about people doing stupid shit, I'm like, well, they're young. Like, they're just idiots. I was an idiot when I was a kid. Like, it's just the way it is. I'm still an idiot now. So however much of an idiot I am now, imagine adding like 10 times more idiot on. That was me when I was a teenager. So I just generally give people a lot of credit and be like, wow, they're just a kid. What do they know? Because you don't think. You don't think about what you're doing when you're a kid. You just don't think at all. Weird when they bring their first boyfriend home. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Hi! Get out of my house! I'm going to answer with my air rifle and try to play the Texan dad.
Are you PFlax?
Get out of my goddamn house, boy. In this house, you call me sir. Yes, sir. I'll see how long I can keep that going. Call me sir, god damn it! Yes, sir.
Calamity Sam back in for another.
Can't get enough of it.
Just
Cannot
loves
get
it.
enough of it.
You got Hellboy and NPR against ScienceWhizBen, who is bannable, but not completely bannable.
Well, last week we had Hellboy and Kieran on the same team. And I don't want to snitch too hard, but I noticed Kieran had muted himself from about 10 minutes in on that game and was tilted off the face of the earth for the rest of it. So I think splitting two tiltable players up and having them face each other is probably better for the general sanity of everyone involved.
Well, if one of their boyfriends turns up and says, I have a tiny penis, get out. Get out. Oregon Purs. Ah,
5
yes.
seconds remaining.
Versus All Crusaders of
team
Bastards. Ben elected to call the reserve time coin flip and chose poorly. Oh, he has 20 seconds.
20 versus 2 minutes 10.
Wouldn't you take extra long just to rub it in?
Oh, well, that's the thing. If you take extra long, you're giving them more time to think. You got to rush them.
True. Ban OD.
Dire team ban.
Yep.
Ban Zeus.
Let's go the Rax, says Cockwaldmeister.
Who is the Rax?
I think he might be Riley's friend or something.
Nah, he's just some Canadian bloke. I asked this last week and I got some confused responses, but he's just some also Canadian lad that Riley doesn't know. I thought they all knew each other, but
I see.
apparently not. He's just a lad.
Void Spirit. I mean, do you pick supports first and give them more mids to ban for Ben or not?
That's a good question, actually.
10 seconds remaining.
You've got the last pick of the first phase, so you could pick your mid for Ben then, and then ban 3 heroes that are good against it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be the recommended advice. That's what you normally do with your POS 1. You pick like a Lifestealer, ban some fucking Razor, Viper, something else, so he has a good game.
Radiant team pick.
I do not miss original Marcy at all. I'm going to say that. I'm going to throw that out there. When she first came out, it was the worst shit ever. Every fucking game. I was getting pummeled to death, tossed around.
10
Yeah,
seconds remaining.
they made good changes to Marcy, I'll say. She feels appropriate,
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think teams found an interesting role for her and an interesting way to play her.
Though
I like
she's a
the
little
catch
bit.
mechanic. It's quite interesting.
She's a little bit back in as a POS 1 now for some teams. Kind of running her with IO and stuff like that. It's interesting. That's an interesting hero. Have you seen the histrionics about how long it's been since a new hero was introduced?
How long has it been?
It's been 350-ish days.
Okay.
That's
That's not unusual.
the second longest amount of time between heroes.
I mean,
and the last time was Valve said it was because of COVID. Whereas obviously this time, Neon Prime, they've got to put all the development time on that, so they can't put out Muerta.
Nice jump, Alistair.
Scap Dragon just resubbed for 1 month.
Muerta. I'm going to the loop.
5
Purge
seconds
or
remaining.
Timber.
Dire team ban.
This game we have played is the most drawn game of all time, but someone is going to fuck it.
It is 100% a draw. I'm pretty sure at this point we can actually just move pieces backwards and forwards. It's available in this position.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Greg and I are so boring, we can actually shift queue our first 10 moves against each other in each game, and it plays out exactly the same every time.
Radiant team ban.
And yet we never try to change it.
Greg is an interesting lad.
I mean, he's been devastated by the news that he's not as funny as his brother. That must be a
that's
blow
that's
to the
pretty
spirit.
harsh actually.
10 seconds
Don't like that
remaining.
at all.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
Yeah, it's probably after the major is the next patch. Which is sad, because I would like to have seen... obviously it sucks for the teams that if they had a patch prior to the major, it would suck for them, right? That's terrible. But it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see who figures out what and very quickly, but...
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining.
I came up with a variation for
5
chess.
seconds remaining.
Yeah.
How about this?
Team ban.
It's called 2-move chess. And on your turn, you get 2 moves.
Oh.
If you're in check, you get 2 moves. So a checkmate means you have to checkmate them in such a way that even with the 2 moves they make whilst in check, they would still have to be done for.
That is bloody hard to make someone, my god.
Yeah, very hard.
Radiant team pick.
You can't even ladder mate someone anymore.
They can't
Yeah,
move
that's really-
into check as one of their 2 moves, but they can...
Oh, they can't move into check.
No, so the king, like for example, if you had like Queen and Rook on
10
the
seconds remaining.
last and second to last file and the king was there, he can't
Yeah.
move out. So you can't move into
5
check,
seconds remaining.
but you can move another piece that allows you to move out of check, for example.
Right, okay.
What if you check them with your first move? Can you capture the king with your second move? No.
What?
You
what?
can't
That's not
move
the
the
idea,
same.
brother.
You can't move the same piece twice. So you have to move 2 separate pieces on your turn.
Face the light.
It would get very interesting in a sort of queen versus queen matchup where both players just check each other endlessly. I mean, that would certainly be a draw.
10 seconds remaining.
Would the opening player not have a massive advantage unless the very first turn is 1 move? Maybe.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, we need to have some data. Conceivably, yes, but remember, whatever they play, there's a 2-move response. I think it'd be interesting. I'd like to see how it played out.
It is a fair point, they haven't patched chess in a long time.
It's
It's
very-
a bit of a disgrace development-wise.
Get with it, ancient Arabia. Come on.
They do need to bring in some innovation, because obviously as a game, it's falling into the weeds.
Yeah, jeez, it only had its best ever year.
Yeah. it's nice.
Seconds remaining.
It's
Good
so
team
annoying
Friday.
that it's so popular. I can't play a game because the servers are always down, because they've gone from 2 million concurrents last month to 10 million this month.
What, do they know where all the new players are coming from?
I mean, it's
There's
Twitch,
some...
I think. And
It's
chess.com.
actually TikTok. Gotham
Oh.
Chess has started doing stuff on TikTok, and
10
he's racked up like
seconds remaining.
250 million views in
Holy
like 2
shit.
weeks.
That's a pretty decent
5
That's
seconds
insane.
remaining.
idea, actually. How about we just
Um,
get all old men activities on fucking TikTok?
Drywalling! Guys, you won't believe this!
The drywalling. Oh my god.
Guys,
I
look
like
at...
that he does recognize that this is fucking dark.
Yeah, he's like, if you came here for something exciting, move away.
Just look at the walls.
I'm just looking at drywalls for the next 20 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'll leave. That's fine. Fair warning.
I mean, I don't mind like following some guy along a walk, but if the focal point is just walls,
Yeah.
we've
I'm
got a
out.
problem, buddy.
Like, they don't
Like, at least
interest
show
me
like a
that
nice
much.
like building or like some history behind the building.
Right.
Don't just say this drywall looks pretty new actually.
Yeah, it's boring. The commentary is what makes it dull. Because the wall, like, a wall on its own is not very interesting. But the story behind it, or the process of how it's made, or some detail is what makes it interesting.
I reckon you could get an AI to just make up stories about all of the different
Definitely
drywalls.
could.
5 seconds remaining.
Yes, that guy who overreacts to trains, he got a lot of people. But I don't know if that's
Radiant
Yeah.
got
team
people
ban.
going and watching Train Spotting so much as people watching him.
I think it was just people watching him, to be honest.
Yeah, because with chess you can just go and play. I've
I
hit
do like-
my
I do like
limit.
Train.
I've hit my
Fair
limit
enough
on the
with Train.
bots, by the way. There's this one, a 1200 bot This Romanian bot on chess.com, I can't remember her name. Just cannot beat this bitch. Cannot fucking beat her. All the bots below that, no help, challenge, black or white, no problem. I can win those games. But she just fucking has me sorted. And I'm not going to move on till I've beaten her fair and square. Fucking so hard. The thing is, I've got 3 stars on a lot of the bots on chess.com. But I know that I would have won it by playing dozens of games against them and then winning. I'm trying to beat her consistently. Until I can beat her consistently, because the bot just below her I can beat consistently. But her I cannot fucking beat. Like occasionally I'll fluke. Oh, she has to make a blunder for me to win.
10 seconds remaining.
But my god. I'm like, oh, I'm doing well here. And then she's like, bip boop, you're out. I was like, oh, fuck.
I love fast chess. I love the 3-minute games.
I'll spend half an hour on a game.
I can't think about moves anymore. That's the problem. I've lost the ability to actually look at positions and evaluate things. I'm just like, this feels correct, and I'm going to play it. And I do win.
Games were nice though.
I do win most of my games, but even on the daily games, I don't put any thought into most of my moves.
I think there must have been some thought into some.
There's more thought than I'm putting into a 3-minute one. Like the one where I really don't want to lose this one with you. Actually, I'm fucking locking this shit in and holding it till the bitter end of it.
Are you playing right now?
No, we have daily games, so we have 3 days each to make a move.
I see. This is Elena. Elena bot is the one I struggle with. I always like to control the middle of the board, and she doesn't give a shit.
I've been playing a few of the cat bots. I'm sort of similar to your position on Kasparov, where I can beat him every now and then, but
they've changed. They've rotated out Kasparov now. He's something from the Matrix now, I think.
Is he?
Yeah,
isn't it Agent Smith or something like that?
I think Agent Smith is the most powerful one, and there's like the Terminator and different robots or something like that.
Computer. New game. I would like to play against... Oh, I see, yeah. There's Agent Chess, Skyweb, POW 9000, Chippy, and Chess GPT. I guess POW 9000 will be my opposition.
Please, lads, cast your spells.
Or I can play against Philadelphia
that was a bad
Kansas
move.
City.
Why'd I do that?
Oh, we're just playing chess now.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I
is it even on the stream right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I'll watch. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, just captures. Nice. Is this Eleanor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't castle.
Oh.
Eleanor's absolute Chad.
She is quite the Chad.
Chip.
No, Adam. Right. He's just leaving pawns everywhere.
Who?
He doesn't want to take it. Interesting.
Prepare for battle.
I've lost the ability to speak.
Oh, sorry.
Nah, mate, just keep playing the chess.
No, Elena, we'll come back to that later.
But, I mean, this game is bloody boring.
Well, it could be quite exciting, because we've got a massive push strat on one side, and a kind of push strat on the other. So it's going to be a lot of early game team fights, and skirmishing around towers.
Does that mean I get to go to bed quicker?
Yes. I thought you were
possibly.
talking about my chess game there for a second.
No, I was very enthralled by your chess game.
30 seconds to battle.
I could play a bit more Dark and Darker, see if I can finally escape with some loot from this fucking troll.
Yeah. Can you wait until after the game?
Oh, well, I've just seen Riley beat up. Maybe I could play with him. I reckon he's an absolute gamer in Dark and Darker.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Can you just wait until after this game, please? Please. They have picked Jug.
I reckon I can just about manage.
They have picked Jug.
It is apparently Storming Eagle's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Storming Eagle.
Hellboy running into potential trouble here? No. No, I don't think so.
So the thing with these, I think the theory of Lycan against Visage is you can essentially fight over the captured creep. Right, you both have Helmadoms too, and you just squabble like children over who gets to play with the toy. I think in general though, Visage is probably a bit of a stronger hero than Lycan. I may be wrong on that though, because I don't know.
No, I think so. So here's my issue, the biggest issue with this game, and I've just really noticed it, is that you have a Rubik in the game. And the lads are not really good on
it's
Rubik.
a Rubik mid! It's an L!
I'm pretty sure that's an L, because I personally have never seen Ben play this hero in the in-houses. And I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to think what he has to steal that's really good this game. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't see much. I would be very worried if I were his team. You have Ben Rubik.
I think Lion spells are pretty good.
Yeah.
Even just the basic stun from Lion is pretty crazy on a Rubik. I'd be looking for Dawnbreaker ulti maybe.
Yeah.
Should in theory be quite stealable because she does like a superhero landing, you know, and she has to stand up afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that might be doable. But all in all, you have a Rubik mid, so he's either gonna absolutely pop off or do genuinely nothing.
Here's the reason I think that it's basically on him to steal good spells is Rubik does decent damage, don't get me wrong, he does alright, but it's not like he scales unbelievably.
Yes.
Because essentially Fadebolt does, and once you get to level 25, it's got lower cooldown, but it doesn't have any more damage. Like, it never amps up. Even if you buy all damage items and shit like that, you're still a Rubik. And I think you can be very powerful, don't get me wrong. But it's not like he's got some amazing steals in this game. You're like, oh man, this has completely countered this hero and that hero. Like, when you're playing against an Enigma and you're a Rubik, you're feeling pretty good. Because you're like, I'm going to get a chance to steal this. There's nothing he can do about it. Oh dear.
I'm gonna give Lycan a bit of grief in the top lane.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
They have another stun. They could actually hassle this Jug if...
That's a good hassling. That's good hassling. The dogs are all
So,
over
as we can
him.
see, Jug has committed the cardinal sin of Dota 2, which is leveling Blade Dance level 2. You always get Healing Ward. There is no reason to get a dogshit crit when you could have the best healing spell in the fucking game.
It gives you a 20% chance to hit for 180. Compare that with all the harass they've done to you up to this point being nullified by Healing Ward. 15 last hits for Ben, though. Up to 16. 16 and 5 versus 11 and 4.
He's doing well.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Rubik is, I think, used to be a shit laner. If you put him on his own, he can just zap waves. The double whammy of Fadebolt doing damage to the creeps and lowering your damage is very annoying. But not so strong against a hero like Gibbo, who of course uses his Q to farm a lot as well as his right clicks. Although Gibbo, not doing that here for reasons unknown.
Yeah, he should just have infinite sustain. So Rubik will never be able to bully him out, but the big problem for Rubik is there's a lot of heroes in this game that just run at him.
Yeah.
Like really hardcore run at him. I don't know what happens when there's a big old dog and a giant controlled dragon just storming across the map at you. I don't think you're going to be able to survive that.
I think this is my biggest problem with cores like Rubik mid, is he doesn't push, he doesn't do a huge amount of right click, he doesn't have an initiation spell other than lift, or whatever he can steal. So, if you think about OD, OG can come in there and do a shitload of damage in a fight, especially pre-BKB, mostly pre-BKB, and he can save people.
Hellboy fucks up really badly down in bot lane. He might be dead here. They got him.
He is dead.
He was trapped by shards, and with normal Marcy play, that's not a problem at all. You just rebound off a creep and out you go. He rebounded the wrong direction and rebounded himself under their tier 1.
Okay.
Which is a bit of a minor boo-boo, I think is what we call that.
Who's calling him S tier? Rubik S tier.
No one's calling him S tier. I said someone was asking about Jug, and I said he's a pickable carry, but he's not like an S tier carry.
No. I think certainly for the goons, he presents a real problem for a lot of them because he is hard to kill. His spin is really good. His ult is really good, and his healing ward is amazing. Best heal in the game. I've played all kinds of healing heroes. They killed Tusk, by the way. I've played Dazzle with Greaves, and I'm even mashing all my spells and shit. Still can't out-heal the Jug. You cannot do it, because the healing wall goes down, the entire team stands around and regains all of their fucking health, and it's like the fight never happened. And all the creeps too. So, it's just the best heal that there is. Which sounds like, who cares, he's a carry, why is he worried about healing? But if you group up with this hero, it's very, very hard to stop. That is a very expensive Jug set. Is it really?
It looks fancy. I don't know how expensive it is.
It is the Provocation of Ruin mask and the genuine Serukura and the Provocation of Ruin braces, the Pauldron, the belt, the Almond the Frondillo, the Taunt Sharp blade, and the Provocation of Ruin ward. So apparently it's very expensive. Oh dear, they're going to get touched.
One thing I've just realised, lads, by the way, I was muted for a little while because I just wanted to muck about on the piano.
Okay.
Is that going to be picked up in the cast?
Yes, it will.
That's pretty interesting.
Yikes! I didn't turn on my audio.
Oh dear. Well, hopefully it's just the right.
It is. I can say the Provocation of Ruin set is £57.
Wow.
So I would say that's fair to say a fairly expensive set.
So just for the last 5 minutes, it's just going to have been Plague talking to himself and me playing the piano.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
All the times I've told Jonas I don't need a reminder. Well, turns out
you're getting old now, mate. Almost 50.
I mean, who the fuck watches the casts in game? Like,
no
come
one.
on. I thought we got the ticket and all that as a bit of a joke, in all honesty.
Oh, but we have a relationship with Valve these days. We get the ticket improved in about 10 seconds flat.
It is pretty useful for stats.
Oh, speaking of which, Visage owning on the fantasy points.
Yeah. Jeb.
See all that good work.
They're going to help again. He has the carties to jump away to. There you go. Easy out.
Little boy.
He's going to wait. Oh, I don't know. Can he turn? I've got Soul Assumption again. Got Ski. Oh, he gets fucking crit!
Ghost thingy.
I think Paragoon has to actually leave this.
What is
He
going
has
on
spells
here?
up in now.
But if he leaves him, Hellboy's got no health.
Yeah.
Oh,
here we go. But Q. He doesn't have mana. Mango. He had Mango. He has a Mango still. Holy shit, he's dog shit.
But Hellboy's now fucked for health.
He has fucked for health. He's jogging off to pick up a Ring of Health though, so he will sort himself out.
He's going Battle Fury Marcy, is that
so there are two Marcy builds. There is the in quote marks better build for when you win the lane, where you go like an early Armlet and Basher and you go ham. And then there is the I'm kind of losing my lane, I'm in Struggle City, I'll go Battle Fury and try and catch up. And those are the only two builds that I've seen in Pro Dotes. And I think Hellboy is correct when he says, I'm losing my lane, this is quite hard.
Yeah, 24 last hits at 9 minutes. That is pretty poor.
I mean, Visage isn't doing much better, but it's more about like how you are doing compared to like Jug or something. Jug is owning, you're not. You go your catch up Battle Fury.
But Jug will also go Battle Fury.
No,
Jug's more of a maelstrom
Well,
gamer.
he's got
these days.
Perseverance and has Battle Fury queued up, so keep chatting.
No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm on Marcy. My bad. So keep chatting.
I will continue to chat.
That was a serious request. Keep chatting, please.
Yeah. So Jug is more of a maelstrom gamer. Like some kind of maelstrom into shards, and you go push with the team.
Oh, is that a senile? Is that senile worthy?
No.
It's a very senile moment, but it's not cinematic
No.
as some of the others.
No, it's not clippable. Come on, move on.
I think my only senile one is me getting lost in my own head.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I will say, you lads mute yourselves and forget you've muted yourselves every single day that I do this. Where you guys, I was muted that whole time. And apparently that's not senile worthy. Muting yourself and then talking to no one for 5 minutes.
I don't do that.
You just did it.
I realised.
His problem here was he muted on purpose and forgot he doesn't mute across all platforms.
Right.
And then
and that apparently not senile.
For the in-game VOD watchers, they're going to be treated to some delightful piano music
Yeah,
during the boring part of the laning
I
phase.
did not make many mistakes, I've got to say, so they're in for a treat. This is definitely right.
The dogs are going to kill Rax, they do. But we get an ult from Ninja.
Ninja could be in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh,
They do
what
have
is this?
Scythe.
What is that?
Wowzers. It's a bold TP. Oh, and then Pyrion is in
Pyrion
trouble.
as well. Oh.
Don't think Hellboy's got enough to take on.
He did
Are
steal
you going to have any
Dispose.
bird slam downs? No.
Nah.
No way. Nah. Yeah, I've only got one senile. I'm sure Plague has been senile before, but it's just never been.
I don't get senile. I have the Let Me Play.
Oh, that's not senile, that's just desperate.
It's not senile though.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
It's just sad.
I guess you haven't been that senile.
No, he just never gets clipped.
Yeah, it never gets clipped.
Yeah, no, but he doesn't do anything obvious enough that is senile.
I mean, like I'm saying, you like to mute yourselves
jumping
all
off
the
the
time.
roof in that CS game was pretty poor.
But that has been attributed to PFlax, formerly on the record on the YouTube compilation. So I'm innocent of that one now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They listed that as
technically
mine.
no longer my fault.
Yeah, because they had no idea who was playing there.
Yeah.
Could have just been Ted. In fact, it was likely.
Yeah, to be fair, on the balance of probability.
It's such a neat little clutch as well.
I don't think
Blended
Sarah
at
has
the
any
final
seniles because, quite honestly, I would just think that was standard Sarah Beth. Like, the point of senile is...
Distinguish them.
Oh, Paragon's done them both. Like, when a goon makes a mistake, it's not senile, they're just bad. The fact is, I take it as a badge of honor. The people are like, well, Pyrion doesn't normally make terrible mistakes.
So what's happening? What's happening in other builds? So Visage is kind of far behind where he wants to be. I think you would also not normally go. I think you'd normally go Helm of Dom before.
What is the Rax doing?
I think he's just tanking ganks for his boy.
Yeah, and he's put down some stakes for the farming purposes.
He has dumped down some snakes. I didn't actually see that. Yeah, I don't know why he dumped snakes.
So apparently the max rebound before sidekick is Tortellini's guide.
Is it?
Which does not surprise me. Tort being a reprehensible scumbag, he would come up with that kind of build, so...
I'll take that as tribute.
They can try and dive Kieran a bit.
Worked out.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I've got a session with the personal trainer tomorrow at 8.
Personal trainer, you bulking?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No, I mean, he's kind of like at the same time my mate, so it's an opportunity just to chat to him.
Nice.
But also get into the swing of things again.
A fitness-based podcast.
How's your fitness journey coming along, Ted?
Well, it ended 2 years ago,
Radiant
mate.
structures
I thought you were started like going to the gym like a few months ago.
No, I think you got the wrong person.
Nah, mate. I'm
No,
sure.
no. I have no plans to go to the Gaim.
I thought you were chatting about like you were mates with the personal trainers. They were working you out.
No. That was my discussion of what it was like when I was going to my personal trainer. I wasn't saying I was going to do it now. I said it would be nice to go back, but at the same time, it's not cheap, and it means like the whole morning is gone in terms of streaming and stuff like that. And Tarkov's going well.
It's like 2 hours. You could.
It's not even that, but it's like I'm so knackered when I get back that I can't do anything for an hour afterwards. My arms ache and I'm tired and I need to eat. Oh, hello.
It might be a bit of an.
It's an awkward one.
Marcy just should be hitting creeps right now.
I'm not sure what that finger was about. I gotta say.
There's just strong vibes, strong vibes all around. I don't know if they can actually dive Ben. He's got double stun. If he can. Oh, he gets stunned in return though. It's a lot of damage to Hellboy.
Snakes. Oh.
Oh, he gets it.
Can they get Calamity Sam?
Oh,
Don't run back into the hammer. This is good stuff. The snakes are here.
If Gibbo didn't miss up high ground, he would live here. He'd have the bonus regen.
Yeah.
From Shaman's death, but he may. I think he's gonna get caught by the Yeah, he's got caught. Oh, the Rax is pushing it a bit. The Rax has got your E! Oh! Now he's got the regen kicking in! He's running for it! He's gonna live!
Oh my god, Hellboy gets out as well!
Why is he so fast all of a sudden?
I think
was it the sidekick shit?
Marcy bounced
off she bounced off him? Oh my god.
Which gives him a little bit of bonus.
That was well played.
That was a very tidy play.
Just do a push-up for every Tarkov death? I didn't die much today.
To be fair, you could get absolutely fucking yoked doing that.
On a bad day.
Yeah.
1 push-up per death.
No, like 5. Let's put it at 5.
I'm saying 10. Got plenty of recovery time.
I think I've done like 10 push-ups with every death on stream before.
I could do that, but not on stream.
I ended up racking up like fucking 150 press-ups.
Do you know what I could do? I could do a combination of push-ups and curls with my weights. That might be quite fun.
Well, I mean, it's certainly better than the occasion where Riley started doing shots every time he died.
How drunk was he?
I think we were all meant to be doing it. I can't exactly remember how much I was dying. Riley was dying a lot.
I don't doubt it.
I think Thomas was doing it as well.
Here's what I'll try that from tomorrow. I'll get some weights up here.
What, the shots or the
weights? And every time I die in Tarkov, I have to do 5 curls each side and 5 push-ups. We'll do that. That gives me an excuse.
You're just gonna have massive arms and everything else is not.
The only thing people ever see is the upper body. They're not getting a view of Pyrion's legs. So
exactly.
That's true.
Believe it or not, my lower body is in Arnold Schwarzenegger level of condition. It's just the upper body. So what you see on stream is just
yeah, no, that's
a lie.
The bad side.
I believe it.
Good for you, Plague.
I've been thinking about doing what the gym folks call a cut, where you like just eat nothing, but you still work out and like.
That sounds dangerous.
It honestly, I read about it and I was like, do you know, I don't think this is for me.
I don't think it sounds like a good idea.
I'm just not that into it.
Oh, hello.
What's that?
You need to do a bulk first, where you eat a load of food and work out all the time. I can do that, but you know, the cut off
massive fight. They get the kill on Gibbo.
Yeah, Hellboy's fucking own it, lads. It's been a pretty messy game.
It has. Hellboy's 7-1-6.
Celebration for all.
Ninja Snowman on the Jog has claimed the Necro kill streak, so that'll help him out a bit. I do think. So I'm a big fan of Jug of keeping healing ward level 2, crit level 1, and going a lot of points in stats. Just because it makes your ability to fight at this point in time so much better. You have like 1600 health instead of 1300 and stuff like that. And then you can go this beyond a bit. I think when you're going the build Ninja Snowman does, you need a Yasha or something like that before you go Mjolnir. Otherwise you feel a little bit terrible.
They're just getting fucking YOLO down here, man. They've lost.
They are getting YOLO down a bit.
They've lost all their tier 1 towers. They're going for a tier 2 here. NPR has the helm of the Uber Lord.
Yeah, I don't think they can stop this the snowball right now.
Dire's bottom tower
Visage is
has
not in a
fallen.
state where he can really stand with like, and he doesn't have a helmet dom and stealth, so they can't squabble over the Satyr Tormentor. And when you think about it, like Marcy's not going a fighting build, she's going to be farming quite fast,
Yeah.
and is still turning up to these fights and winning.
Yeah,
So
that's
she's
when
not
you
getting
know
the
you're fucked.
disadvantage of going to Battle Fury. She's just kind of turning up, vibing, and killing people. And you know they
I
got to
wonder how much gym subscription has gone up in the most recent generation.
Oh,
Because
huge.
it feels like everyone I know goes to the fucking
Yeah,
gym.
when I was a lad, it was not a thing, genuinely. I mean, but nowadays you've got, think how many influencers are yoked.
Like
And
I feel super out of place if I say I don't go to the gym. I'll say not among Discord lads. I'm fine. I'm above average there, but amongst normal folks, pretty much everyone is hitting the gym.
not a big thing. Yeah, it's crazy how big it is this generation, which is good. I mean, it's like this could be the fittest generation ever coming up because people didn't think about smoking.
Also, the least healthy mentally wise.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's so oddly enough. I think they might be rich in body and poor in every other way because essentially, it's you've got pure agency over how you look after your own body, right? What you eat and how you work out and all that. That's something you've got complete control over. And although going to a gym is expensive, you don't need to spend a lot of money to stay in shape. And when I go out now, the idea of fitness and jogging and running around and cycling is so much. We see so many more young people, and drinking is way down among young people. So
Yeah, I mean,
smoking
again,
is
but I
down,
think
drinking
it's
is
just
down.
it's a lot like every fucking unhealthy habit from previous generations. There is just so much more to fucking enjoy in this generation than going down to the pub, getting fucking smashed
True.
and having a few cigarettes.
Especially once they make weed legal in this country, which will surely happen
Yeah.
eventually.
Well,
I'm not.
we need to get all the old farts out, which is going to be tough. 'cause
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
all
give
they
it a
are.
generation.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Once my mum's generation goes, 10, 15 years' time, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find people of my generation, which would be the new old people,
Yeah.
voting against it.
I mean, to be fair, even it's well documented that the politicians are fucking all doing it or have done it, and
Also,
have done much.
think how much
stronger
tax
stuff than
money it
most
would
other
make.
people.
It's a whole bunch of new tax income. We could use
Yeah, I know,
that.
but they would lose the support from all their fucking old
Nah,
bastards.
what do they fucking care? They could just say to them, look, how the
Look,
fuck
look,
else
Ted,
are we going to pay
look-
for your pensions? How the fuck else?
All-
Because young people haven't got any
all I'm
money.
saying is a lot of people will get convinced either way on the fucking smallest thing, and
That's
I
true.
reckon that could be in a lot of cases people being concerned about drugs because they were brought up in the 70s and 80s where everyone was
Yeah, but they
fucking
all
manic
smoked
about
it.
taking down drugs. I know, but they believe they shouldn't have.
Here's the thing, I guarantee you Plague is playing Dark and Darker.
I'm just chilling, bro.
I'm going to check my friends list. Let's have a look here.
You can check all you want. My PC cannot run two
Let me
games
see
at
if
one
he's
time.
made
Are you
his
joking me?
He's doing something.
He hasn't made his chess move.
Oh, that's the point. Let me make my
He's
next
done
move
nothing.
against
He's
Elena.
done nothing.
I'm just watching a game of Dota 2.
Months as we
Unbelievably.
talk about
I know this
bollocks
is
and
a
blood.
rarity for us, but I do tend to watch Dota.
Let's talk about.
Just bollocks, isn't it?
We did have a 4-man cast for every game last week.
Is that
We had a
right?
5-man cast at one point.
Yeah, 5-man? Oh, was Munt
Yeah,
and
because Greg and Munt were
both
both in the channel at the same time.
Munt wasn't casting that game, though. He was just here for the chat,
He was just here for the podcast bit.
Oh shit, that
Yeah.
reminds me. Hold on.
which he's now complaining about.
Nice jump, Alistair!
This could be over very quickly. I could
Yeah.
be settled in bed in the next 15 minutes.
I'd say it's comfortably over.
Almost a PF curse.
Oh, they are all trapped in here, but Paragon lives.
This could be a PF curse.
Plague, you
fight
are
is not a
amazing,
PF.
by the
One
way.
fight does not. I was spot on in game 1, alright? I was 10 minutes into that game. I said that it was over, and I was correct.
You are absolutely amazing, mate. Well done. You've doomed us.
I just love spending. I love spending Tuesday nights with you all guys. That's why.
You weren't even
can't
talking for 10 minutes, so that's a lie.
What do I have to? What? I've not smoked weed myself. I don't have many opinions on it. What am I supposed to contribute?
Well, just imagine what it'd be like.
What? That people are smoking weed?
No,
Indeed.
just put yourself in the shoes of someone that has. Do a bit of role play for once, Blake. Be the
I mean, the
crowd.
friends who I have who smoked weed are genuinely quite insufferable nowadays.
Jesus.
They are.
What about Greg?
Such drug heads across the board. They ruin every event by getting too high and being unable to do anything. So I'm of a more negative opinion of drugs in general compared to them. But at the same time, I've had friends who are the same with alcohol. So, and I'm fine with alcohol. So I'm not exactly going to complain.
I think alcohol's alright. Obviously, I don't think it's that different to drugs. It makes people behave like an arsehole some of the time. It's pretty unhealthy. But it's legal. So, don't be offended, but...
Bam, 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 bam.
How many drinks do you want tonight, Ted, mate?
How do you mean?
How many have you had so far?
Oh, not that many.
Is that like...
Fucking lost to this bitch again. God damn it. Oh!
Eleanor. God damn it. Yeah, the lads are hearing chest sounds.
Oh, sorry. I tend to have like, I'd say 3 or 4 drinks a night, and that's over 6 hours. So it's really just because.
How is it? Is it just cans?
Yeah, just a couple of cans, really.
Is it 1 unit per can? Is that how I can't?
Probably.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Sometimes less, sometimes more.
This is a sad way to lose a Rex.
In-house night tends to be a little more because I've got less to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it's so
You
painful.
know, the struggle.
Well, they're still pushing top, but these racks are gone.
Yeah, I think there's a will and a way in which Joe can win this game, but he needs 2 more items, and it's not easy.
Let's go to net worth. It is Lycan with AC Helm of the Dom. Oh, Overlord. Sorry. Oh, Ninja has used Edge Spin. This Lycan hero is a problem for them. He's going to get a BKB, and then they're going to have trouble.
They are going to get 250 squids there.
Who'd that go to?
I went to pink, so I went to Rubik's.
Rubik, well done,
Successfully
Rubik.
stole it.
I mean, this Rubik has done fuck all.
Oh yeah, of course. Like he's stolen summon wolves. What a contribution to the game.
Like that, he's a lift and a zap, and then he's standing there. Like that's my problem with this pick. Is we've played against some very, very good Rubiks, and they can be amazingly good. But if it's not your hero, I don't think he's easy enough to just pick up and play. I think he's a real specialist hero. And I've played against some Rubiks who are like godly good. And it's like, damn, this hero is fucking busted and so strong. Holy shit. And then you see Ben play it and it's just terrible.
Actually, how does it feel to be Gregged?
Ashwin in his
straight up
sunglasses
Gregged?
has wife beater vibes.
To be fair, back then in the summer, I was just rocking the goatee, which is now been ditched for a more full face.
Do you look a bit like a tech bro that beats his wife? Is that what Mutt is implying?
I don't. I think he's more saying like I look like, you know, those like American guys on Twitter.
What we call like Bill 101567.
Yeah, exactly.
Woman's places on my dick.
He's got the standard MAGA cap. He's
Right.
got the sunglasses, the goatee. The camera angle is odd,
Yeah.
but that has now been ditched.
I see.
Munt has damaged me deeply with his comments last summer. So
I mean, I don't know why you lads listen to him.
no, I don't. I mean, it was more of a natural progression.
Like, I've been to see Munt at his job, and it's like going into Gollum's cave. It's like he's just a little gremlin creature that dwells in the darkness, Look at this, Ted. Look at this meme. Like, well, who cares what Munt thinks?
No, I take it as somewhat of a compliment when one insults you because it means that, you know...
He's very funny, that's why.
Something that you have done has irked him in some way.
I think he's just spotted a weakness. He's like a predator. He's a classic bullying predator. Look at them struggle to kill this acorn.
Look, the acorns are a proud and mighty species
Or
in the
pine
Dota world.
cone, whatever. Look at him, he's fine. Oh,
He's
dead.
gonna get him. There,
He
plus
did
250. This is a fantastically boring game.
Yeah, it's become very dull.
Much I love watching Dota 2. Watching a push strat just not push is truly terrible.
Have you seen Munt's comment, Ted?
Yeah, but I don't smoke. I don't smoke custard vape anymore, so it's out of date burn, mate. I'm on the Raspberry for like 5 years now. Get with the program. At least with his great comments.
Honestly, I do quite like the smell of being blasted with a vape cloud.
Yeah, it's not.
I
unpleasant.
don't. I'm unhappy.
You
when it
don't,
happens
but
to me
it's
on the
just
street.
sweet stuff.
That's 'cause you're angry.
I hate it.
You're angry because it's not money going to big tobacco, of which
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure you're a big
my
fan.
tobacco stock's doing poorly.
Yeah. Oh shit! Trouble here.
No, they decided to
No,
just
no,
do
no,
nothing. That's fine.
They heard a loud, angry dog noise from the north, and it distracted them. And I think it would distract me too. Oh my god, he really is
Rex
just
is
on
in.
top of Sia. Dude, how is he being allowed permitted?
I
to
don't
do
know
this?
why they're not doing anything, but
What happened to the Dawnbreak bro? Oh shit!
It's the act, so it's a very long one. This fight has been okay. Oh, that stun
What
is
is
huge.
Jug
They're gonna
doing?
be able to burst Jug.
Yeah, he's got the hex. He's dead. Buyback's there. He's got to use it. He has.
No, there's no Lycan ult now.
Done.
They're in a bit deep.
Oh shit!
oh hello.
I don't know how I can do this. Look, he's been ice dashed.
Well, that was great. That was worth waiting for. I think Gibbo left much earlier than I expected. He is their mid, and now he's getting bots. Given that you guys have been living here for 20 minutes, I don't think you need the bots. Do you know what I mean?
Here's a piece of Dota wisdom though, that Nekker is apparently unplayable without booster travels.
I just get something else, dude.
Yeah, I kind of agree that you don't need them, but it's a nice luxury. Why not? You got the cash.
Yeah, but it's just like 2,000
Not the dollar
gold for the ability to TP where they've been living in their lane. Whatever, I don't care. I felt really bad this evening. I think I could have done a good thing, and I didn't. Old lad came into the corner shop near me, and he says to the guy, "I've come to collect my medicine." And the lad says to him, "Okay, was it an Amazon parcel?" He's like, "No, I just give you money and you give me my medicine." And the guy's like, "Oh no, mate, you're thinking of the pharmacy." It's like, "Oh right," and he leaves, really confused. And I said, like as he's leaving, I said, "I think you mean the pharmacy down that way." And I sort of point him down there. And he wanders off, and as I'm heading back from the shop, I see him sort of standing outside another corner shop looking confused, and I thought I should have taken the time to walk him down to the pharmacy. But it was like, it's quite a way. And I thought, part of me thought, oh, he'll be alright. But now I just feel absolutely terrible. I should have absolutely helped this old guy. But the kids were at home by themselves, I had to get dinner on, and I was just more concerned with that. But now I feel, I can't stop thinking about it. It's terrible. Sorry to bring it up.
I also thought that I thought the story was going to be, I realised I pointed them the wrong direction. Or something like that.
No, it's just me genuinely feeling terrible.
Yeah, I sent him down the road. I realised I sent him to the cemetery. You know, didn't mean to do that.
No, sadly, I just left him.
Ashwin's
I probably would have sent him in
admitting
the wrong
things.
direction to
Admitting
2 months, to
things
be
in
honest.
chat.
What, sorry?
I say, in the meantime, Ashwin's been admitting things in your chat.
Look, I think most people do it. Most people have got their hands down their trousers, not for malicious deeds, it's just quite warm down there.
I mean, I put my hand down my pants all the time. It's just the way it is. They've got to be rearranged. You're nuts, and you know,
Yeah.
it's just a thing, really.
I'm not doing anything.
They're not
down there. It's
unpleasant to handle. I'm just saying, you know, it's a warm sack of balls. It's like, it is what it is. I challenge any bloke to claim that he never handles his balls during the day. I wash my hands before cooking or touching a person. But sometimes you just need a little cuddle. It is what it is. Here we go. Big action coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, let's get off this topic.
Everyone knows. No one's going to admit
Blake has not
it.
said anything.
But
Blake's
everyone
going to
knows.
say, I have in fact discussed
I
my
have not
friends."
touched my balls in my lifetime. How dare you? Jeeves touches my
I
balls.
don't even need to comment these days. You do my voice so perfectly.
Only Nanny touches these balls, boys. I
Oh
tell
my
you.
god.
Oh, you hit it where it hurts. Good job.
Well, I did. You know, we were having the discussion about parenting when you're older.
Yeah.
I did, in my head, I did say, well, that's what the au pair's for.
Well, I hope we just gone in and they just killed
It's
them.
a poor Omnislashing response. They're going to kill Hugh and at least trade, but I don't think it's enough from Ninja Snowman.
And the game is over.
GG. He's got spin. No, he doesn't.
Dead.
He doesn't have spin. I was looking at the wrong hero.
Exclamation mark, see null.
Yeah.
Let's just watch this Rubik jog away as a
Yeah.
useless dog. Proud of what he's done in this game.
Well done, Ben. You've picked the worst hero you could have picked.
He's just nerfed himself by becoming a melee hero. It's so useless.
So bad.
GG called.
I don't ever want to see the lads pick Rubik as a mid again. I
That's
really
the
don't.
11 o'clock end. You do love to see that.
Yep, almost bang on. Is part of the push strat to have your Dominator creep die every time you get near a tower? No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Well, Marcy Pos 1 getting the job done. We haven't done a single MVP this game, but I'll do LVP.
Who cares
for Ben.
anymore? I mean, you know, the award
LVP,
ceremony is
Ben.
going to be a bit sparse. Let's do one. We'll do one game of MVPs now.
Alright,
Eric, pay
MVP Hellboy, LVP Ben. End of story.
attention. MVP Hellboy. I was not even watching this game. My
Well,
God.
He went
I'm not
11,
paying
3,
attention.
and 9 and clicked everybody. So
Okay,
well done.
sure. MVP Hellboy.
Chaps.
LVP Ben and Dishon to Paragon because he was 1 and 10.
Indeed. I'm going to go watch Last of Us. Enjoy the
Go on,
rest
mate.
of your evenings.
Good
I'll see you
night.
guys tomorrow. Good games.
Au revoir.
Peace, peace, peace. Cheers, Eri, blah, blah, blah. Everyone that took part, etc., etc. Have a great evening. Goodbye.